Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Preparation Ape, your number one place for Keanu Reeves film theory.
And that's just a film theory.
But hey, that's a theory, a film theory.
Jesus
Christ.
I used to like you so much, Matt Pat.
I did too, and then, he started making it to where, that became obnoxious, that stick. But hey, that became obnoxious.
Yeah.
And then 90% of his edited video bits were pictures of himself.
It's a picture of himself that's where they stretches his lip and he's like, "Mwah."
And it became just seems like, I don't use this term often, very vain. But anyways, Major Tom, what do we have on the Residox tonight?
I'm Major Tom.
Oh, we didn't do any of the rest of it.
No, I just cut you off right in the fucking middle. It's all
Yeah, my bad.
No, it's my bad. All right.
Anyways, this is Preparation Ape. I'm DKP. This is Major Tom.
Yeah,
we're coming live here from Twitch.tv/Chainsaw Ape every single Thursday at 8:03 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Pacow! What up, Peb?
All right, now, what do we have on the Residox?
Well, Hi. It became a parody of itself.
But not a good one.
Nope. Nintendo is something I like talking about. So we're going to talk about a fuckload of Nintendo today.
Yep.
That's why this episode's called Nintendo, because Major Tom.
I mean,
I like talking about Nintendo.
I like talking about Nintendo, too.
So much other stuff happens. No PewDiePie controversy on today's Prep 8.
Well, I mean...
We have opinions. If you want to know them, call
it. Yeah, no hot takes on that. Just pure Nintendo and one other thing.
A fun little game there at the end.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to. I think it will be the meat and potatoes, so to speak.
The potatoes
possibly.
Meats. I don't know, man. Then 5 Nintendo Directs.
What specifically are we talking about? So
the Reg did an interview, and he was like, "Hey, man, we know about the NES and SNES shortage problems. We got solutions coming."
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about that. The internet has gone ablaze with the idea that Nintendo is going to do achievements. So
wait, did they not confirm that?
No, they haven't announced it or anything. I'll get into the story.
I thought they did confirm.
What about if
if I apologize, Major Tom, does that make me a Nintendo apologist?
It does.
Yeah.
So don't do it.
Well,
just kidding.
You should have been removed from the channel a long time ago because our slogan is no apologizing.
Whoa.
And that's what you're constantly doing for Nintendo. I just thought of it just now.
Be kicked out.
Well, you've been breaking rules for years.
I'm gonna start my own channel.
You've been breaking the rules for years.
Called the Nintendo Apologist.
How cool would it be just to have
starring me and Peb?
Would you? Do you think the Apologist is a bad name for a podcast or something?
No, it's fucking dope.
If it was a Nintendo podcast,
no, it's great. If the moment you and I are like, I can't work with you anymore, that's what I'm doing.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. DKP, fuck you. Nintendo killed it with this new direct.
No, what do you think? What did I say?
Yeah. He didn't.
Yeah, fuck you, buddy.
Listen here, I agree with DKP. He didn't say anything against Nintendo. We just talked about how I'm a Nintendo apologist, which, to be fair,
I'm just giving Major Tom some good old-fashioned ribbing.
All right, so yeah, we're calling it Hype, a Nintendo achievement story, because we're going to get excited about something that's not actually going to happen. Next, a bunch of shit happened at the Nintendo Direct. A couple of weeks ago, actually, I'll just get into that whenever we get into that topic. But yeah, we're going to do the top 5 Nintendo Direct stories. Oh, I thought he did. No, not yet. And then finally, we're going to play a fun game called Video Games A to Z. Now, to be fair, I stole this from GameScoop.
So what?
I still a lot of great ideas.
Credit them.
Yeah, IGN GameScoop, one of the best video game podcasts.
They don't own that idea. I bet a user submitted it to them.
Probably.
So how about next time you just be like, a user submitted this great idea, and then we can
IGN.
Yeah,
but it's going to be fun.
Great stealing.
Yay!
Yes.
Episode 96, bro. We're so close to episode 100.
Yeah, man.
You want to give a little bit of hyperbole for episode 100? It's going to be the greatest episode of all time.
Oh, things will be revealed. I mean, there will be.
Don't say it.
I'm not gonna say it. But it's a title that we've been saving since number 1.
Yeah, since before we even did the show, we were coming up with how are we going to do episode titles.
But remember when we first started, and we need to move on probably, but when we first started, we were like, all right, we're gonna make it sequel names for all of them.
Oh yeah,
like a play on movie title sequel, Return of the whatever. and then like at some point we just ditched that entirely.
Dude, it's the naming convention for episodes has evolved so fucking much, and I just kind of shit out stuff at this point.
Yeah, I mean, there's not like. Anyways, we're getting off the weeds here, but
Might not be a super long one, so we can.
Yeah. Well, but like if it's super long, that means we could spend more time on the video games A to Z. And who knows?
Well, you can only spend as much time as it takes your brain to come up with shit.
Well, no, because we're gonna have other people helping us as well, I'm sure. So let's start moving on here.
Yep.
Let's get to the first topic, which is about Reggie Says or Classics.
Okay, so we tried to get the exact article. Like he had an interview with Financial Times about all this. Man, I love that picture of the Reg.
I know.
Tried to get the article, but it doesn't like pull up on my phone.
What's great about this picture too, by the way, is the fact that like this isn't like a candid shot of it, where he's like, ooh, and like somebody took a picture. This is way too clear and focused of a picture where he posed like that for a picture, and it's like
it's perfect.
Now you become the face of, oh, we're sorry, whoops, for all of Nintendo forever, you know?
No, Reggie's the greatest. So I just snagged up Polygon's article. This is from Polygon, written by Michael McWhirter.
It's such a fucking lame. They would hire somebody named McWhirter.
Thank you. Nintendo bringing back NES Classic Edition in 2018. Nintendo's NES Classic Edition mini console is coming back. Nintendo said in a release today that this year's popular but hard to find miniature version of the NES will return to store shelves next summer. New shipments of the NES Classic Edition will be welcome new for fans, as Nintendo released the console in limited supply. That was always the plan, Nintendo said, but clearly continued demand for the 8-bit system has changed the company's mind. Nintendo also said officially that it plans to release more SNES Classic consoles, its miniaturized version of the Super Nintendo, than originally planned. Fans have shown their unbridled enthusiasm for these classic systems, so Nintendo is working to put many more of them on store shelves. Earlier this week, Nintendo of America President Reggie Fils-Aimé said in an interview that the SNES Classic Edition will be more readily available. And Reggie says, quote, I would strongly urge you not to overbid on an SNES Classic on any of the auction sites, he told the Financial Times, adding that Nintendo has dramatically increased production of the SNES Classic. Nintendo's promised since the announced SNES Classic that it intends to make, quote, significantly more retro consoles than it did during the NES Classic Edition's lifespan. But actually pre-ordering and guaranteeing one of their systems has been a headache. Then it just gets into a bunch of editorializing, so we don't need all that stuff. Yeah, it comes out on September 29th, which is
the SNES Classic.
Yeah.
Fireside says they're going to fuck this up again. Which, I mean, probably. Yeah. But Pep says, oh, that fucker. So he knew what it would do to his collector fans. Yeah, so first of all, we're gonna say this a couple times tonight, just to get it out of the way. We don't need to dwell on it, but like, you should have fucking done this shit sooner.
Yep.
Now that that's out of the way.
Yep.
So I was speaking to you earlier about it, and I kind of briefly talked about it last night, but this is a good thing, right? There was the NES Classic, which is definitely something that anybody's a collector would want.
Are you guys listening
It's a pretty cool product.
Or the however?
Well, no, I'm not getting to that. I'm going to say, like, and now they're, they said, like, hey, look, we're no longer making this. In fact, it was for collectors, and it was supposed to be limited run. And now they're going to be making more. That's a good thing, is it not?
Yeah.
So, and you might be asking yourself, yeah, you like how I avoided but and however?
Yeah.
So you might be asking yourself, like, how would you make a negative out of this? Well, I'm not, necessarily. That is a good thing. However, here's my problem, though. And it's the messaging that was used initially for this. Because, like, this was dead and buried, right? And now it's kind of been re-earthed. And, so...
Giving people more a glimmer of hope.
Well, they put out their initial stock. And scalpers fucking picked it up. Like, probably fucking like a good 80% of it.
Yeah.
And auctioned it off for what? It retailed for what, $70? $60? And they were selling
original
it for...
retailed for $60. And it goes anywhere from $100 to $500.
Yeah, so like $300 to $400 fucking dollars.
Yeah. After they announced that they weren't going to do any more, $300 to $400.
That's my big issue with this. is the fact that they definitively said, like, look, we're not doing anymore.
Yeah.
In fact, like, this was intentionally always supposed to be a limited supply. So then people that, like, desperately wanted it went from, like, well, I'll wait till I'll try again next time, to, like, look, I need this for my collection. I'm a huge Nintendo collector, so I'm going to have to go ahead and pay the $400 from a scalper because they've definitively said we're not making any. So they went ahead and did that, bit the bullet, and said, well, that sucks, but, you know, I have this for my collection, whatever. And now they're coming out and saying, yeah, I know that we said that we weren't going to do it, and there's probably a lot of people that would never purchase from a scalper that
you
did.
people, you have spoken. And we're listening. We listen to our community.
Yeah, and it's just like, so imagine all those people, and I'd advise one of them. He had his wife buy the $200 bundle just to secure one.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I would never fucking pay that much if I knew that, like, I had another chance in the future to give it a shot.
For
right?
sure.
So the only people that's really, like, it benefits the scalpers way more than it realistically should. And
I'm going to do my best Reggie face impression.
What I think their messaging should have been was, look, we currently have no plans to make more. However, in the future, we might look at it as a possibility.
I don't think you're wrong, but it's kind of a lose-lose scenario here from Nintendo.
It wouldn't have been a lose-lose had they just not said definitively,
but
we're
they
not going to
never
make
release
more.
another one, and then everybody's pissed because they never release another one. Or they release another one, and everybody's pissed because they shouldn't have said that thing to begin with.
No, it could have been very much like a Valve thing, where it's like you say it, and you never do it, and people are always saying, well, maybe they will, though. And you never
everybody
get shit on
fucking
for
hates
it.
Valve.
Oh,
Outside of Steam. Hey, my peoples, I'm dead.
Yeah, glad to hear it, man. So, no, but that's the thing, though. Like, as far as, like, people that are the diehard fans, they get punished probably the most out of this. Because, like,
The true diehard
they
fans,
thought,
they get shit done, though.
They thought they had no choice but to buy it from a scalper for $400, so they did. And then now it's like, yeah, we lied. It wasn't a definitive, no, we're never going to do this.
You just got to be a lucky duck
know?
like me and come across one literally twice.
So, like, do you understand, like, remember you were like...
No, I said as soon as you gave your spirited rant.
Were those the points you thought I was going to hit on, though? Because you were mocking me earlier, and you were bringing up some shit, and it wasn't what I was going to say.
No, but what I thought you were going to say, which is what you did say, is that they should have said this earlier.
Well, it's more the fact that they should have just never said definitively that they're not going to make more. And then this also, like, leads me to kind of question, like, did you intend for it to have a super limited run and always be for, like, diehard collector fans, like they said?
Yes, they did.
Well,
and then everybody was like, you know what? Fuck you, Nintendo. It's that they're like, hey guys, we have this SNES Classic coming out.
Look,
and then everywhere it's posted, every news article, every Facebook post, every Twitter post, every Reddit post, everything, the very first comment is, I hope I could find one. Yeah, good luck fucking finding one.
I mean, the thing is, like, you're apologizing, but like in a good way. Like,
it's an overly negative. They have basically a super negative situation to deal with, whereas everybody should be cheering at the idea that they're doing this.
They've got a bit of an image problem.
Yes.
Here's the thing. I think it's great that they're putting more out because I know there's a lot of people who really got bummed about the fact they couldn't get one.
If I'm gonna come across
really
one, I'm buying
appreciate
a second
one.
Ciao.
Like I said, main problem was just like how definitive they were with their messaging, which fucked probably a lot of people out of a lot of money. Like, you helped the scalpers sell those things.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what it is, and now we're getting more, which is a good thing. Let's try to look on the positive side, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, what I do like that they're doing is preemptively making sure that the SNES Classic does not have this problem, or at least making an attempt to of some sort, right? Like, that's good. Whether they'll be able to meet the demand, probably not. At least not, like, for a while. That's assuming that they're going to keep...
Hey, Canada!
Hey! That's assuming, like, with the Switch, like, they're going to keep, making runs of it. Which, I don't know. Do you think they're going to do that?
Keep making what?
So, with the Switch, like, it'll have
production cycles.
Yeah, until, like, when? Like, probably, like, 2023? 2024?
Until it stops being popular?
Yeah. Do you think they're going to do that with the SNES Classic?
No.
No.
I still think it's going to be a limited item. But I don't think this is one of those things that you'll forever just be able to go and buy on a shelf. Which no product is. But I don't think that its life cycle is going to last as long as it A, should, and B, as long as people want.
Fair enough. So, like I said, I see your point where it's like, look, they're fucked if they do, fucked if they don't, right? However, like they created that situation.
Yeah, 100%.
So, like, yeah, I appreciate them trying to rectify it.
Yeah.
But the reality matters that it's like, yeah, not overtly negative. Like I said, I think it's a great thing. However, it's just like, fuck, like, because the main thing that annoys me about it is that scalpers benefited, and as you know, like, as far as I'm concerned, they are the scum of the fucking earth, like worse than Hitler. You know?
Yes. I'll say this. I
Hot take,
used to have a coworker that, like, he loves to, like, make money in different ways. He's a creative money
He loves
maker.
to exploit people?
Yes.
Would he be like
does.
a sex trafficker if he had the fucking chance?
Maybe.
What a fucking hunk of shit.
He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
He's not.
No, he is. I know him. He's a great guy.
Indefinitely, he's not.
He just, like, he knows how to make money. So when the NES Classic
That's
came
like if
out,
I rob somebody. I'm like, man, I know how
I'm
to
not
do it.
defending that action.
As somebody who had their car stolen the other night,
Yeah.
you should fucking be, more on board with going
So
the other
you think
way.
that somebody who
The guy
buys
that
two NES Classics
what if you
is on
found
the
out-
level of the person who stole my car?
Yes, absolutely.
Get the fuck out of here.
Absolutely.
I'm not defending a scalper's actions. Or maybe I am.
I'm more pissed off at the idea of scalpers that stole your car. Like,
We're going to press charges.
Like just thinking about scalpers makes me more
My
angry
wife's car was
than
stolen.
when my
We ended up
wallet
getting it back.
my wallet was stolen. But so no, like I'm just gotta be honest. Yes. But anyways,
Anyway, he had an extra NES Classic. And he was offering to sell it for $100. And then they had made the announcement that they weren't going to make any more, like at all. And he was like, somebody was like, okay, I'll give you $100 this week. And he was like, nah, it's going to be $400. And the guy was like, no. So he just has it sitting and waiting. Like he's got it he wants to save it for like 10 years. Like keep it sealed, boxed, everything for like 10 years.
I mean that's fine.
And sell it for like, hopefully
That's-
way more than.
That's not what I would call like a scalper. That's someone who is an opportunist. If this person did
That's what I said.
if this person did that shit to where like, because there are like people that are career scalpers, you know what I mean, where they secure like 20 of them.
Yeah, no, he's not like that.
Okay, that's what I thought you were talking about. Like that's the sort of person that I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Identify says DKB, I bought two SNES Classics and selling you one. I'm worse than Hitler. Yeah,
Yeah, but for
and the
different-
Switch you
different-
got was for me buying
but
two
for different
Switches.
reasons, you know.
That's
I just said when you have an extra one, especially you sold it to me at retail cost.
Yes.
That's not scalping.
Yes.
That's not even flipping.
I told you I bought two NES Classics. One of them
Yeah.
I bought because me and a coworker were like, if you come across one in the wild, an extra one, buy me one. And I ended up coming across one in the wild after I already had one. So
Yeah, and did you fucking rape him on the price?
no, I gave it to him for the price.
You know, I just had a weird like conflict in my head. Do I want to say rake over the coals, but also rape on the price?
Rape over the coals.
Did you rape him over the coals?
That's brutal.
So yeah, that's not scalping though.
Pep says scalpers try to take advantage of the surge when the thing comes out and isn't available, holding on it for 10 years.
Yeah, like that's absolutely fine. Anyways, but yeah, good news overall.
Yeah,
I hate like I said. The only thing I'm actually mad about, like realistically,
and
is
I don't
that
blame you for that,
scalpers
honestly.
are benefiting big time, or they did.
Yep.
So yeah, Identify says that's because I'm a nice Hitler. I do plan on raping.
Over the coals.
Hey man,
I'm excited about
the way I
November,
like it.
man.
Yeah, Identify's gonna come down and
I don't feel like he's going to be here long enough. Those days are just going to fly by.
oh, time flies when you're brutally raping somebody
Over coals.
over.
For some reason, I
Coles,
just
you know?
pictured like within a Kohl's shopping store, like the KOHLS.
Oh, how did you
Coles.
mean it? So when you've heard the term raked over the coals, like what did you think? Like COAL, like hot
Like
coals?
Yeah, like the ones that like the
No, it's always been the
people
Kohl's
walk on where
clothing
they have
store.
like swords in their mouth and they're like walking over coals. I don't know why they have swords in their mouth.
Hey, we are getting derailed big time.
Raping over the coals is hardcore. What up, baller? Yeah, let's move on.
But I was gonna say, like, this sums up like
That rage face.
the entire like issue of how this went down.
Seriously, if our podcast could be about nothing but Reggie, it'd be the best.
What, like a long form like biography?
No, just stuff like this. We talk about it, and then we just have a nice picture of Reggie that like perfectly coincides with. The
How much do I have to
discussion.
pay you to get a Reggie tattoo? Like
I don't have any tattoos, so it would take a lot. But if I was a person who got tattoos, you damn well better believe I'd get a tattoo.
Okay.
How much would it cost for you to get a Reggie tattoo?
Fucking pay for it. I'll get it. I don't care.
Guys, there's a tip jar down at the bottom. Oh wait, no, it's not there anymore.
It's not going to be that fucking face, though, I'll tell you that.
Everybody, I need your help pitching in. I need to get DKP to get a Reggie tattoo.
That'd be the golden Reggie face. But all right, up next is Nintendo achievements.
Where would you get the Reggie tattoo, says Kirsten?
I have no idea. Like, I'm not gonna meme around and be like, go on my ass. Like,
No, I feel like
there's some spots available.
Reminds me
But
of,
I don't know if I want like
was it
prime
the
real
Water Boy
estate
where he
to be
had
taken
like
up by
Scott
Reggie
Baio
tattoo.
tattooed on his
That's
ass?
Bruce Springsteen.
Okay,
I think. Yeah, and there's a little "What mother don't know won't hide her."
Oh yeah,
You know, that's like, was it Henry Winkler, right?
yeah. A golden Reggie on the tip of his mushroom.
Just like the face, like
Something to do on
smiling.
PS6. All right, next
Nah,
up,
I'm going to my guy if I'm gonna get it.
my guy.
I don't want some botched ass Reggie be like, "Who is that, El Chapo?" Like, that's supposed to be Pablo Escobar? Like, no, it's Reggie.
It's the Reg, fam. It has to say the Reg.
Is that Don DeLuise? Like, no, it's
No, it's the fucking Reg.
no.
Oh god, you got to get a Reg tattoo. All right, next up, this comes from express.co.uk. Nintendo Switch could be getting one of the best PS4 and Xbox One features. Chivos, baby! Bunch of stuff that I'm not going to read. And here it comes. In a Reddit AMA session reported by IGN, the team behind spear throwing game Licht Spear, L-I-C-H-T,
Licked
S-P-E-E-R,
Licked Spear.
Licht Spear, said Nintendo were working on
Lichten
their
is like
own...
German, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Their own trophy/achievement style system. Team member Tom said, quote, Nintendo doesn't have an official support for achievements and leaderboards like Sony or Microsoft, but we know that they're working on it. When he was called out on dropping the exciting news, Tom replied with, quote, oops.
Really? That's his reply?
Yeah. He then added that he thought Nintendo, quote, hinted at it a few times,
Fucked up.
but they never have. And that one thing, a Reddit AMA thing, sparked this huge holy shit Nintendo's. Even this image right here is a mock image of like what it could or would or should
Right.
look like.
So let's get the obligatory, like, they should have fucking done this a long time ago out of the way.
Okay,
All right, we know that.
done with that.
Okay.
So they definitely should have.
I think there's a lot of things like we're gonna have to preface that,
Yeah.
so we don't spend time.
it's just
talking-
Reggie's Law.
So we don't spend time talking about that. You know?
Get a Reggie tattoo with those always following your eyes, and get it on your thigh or above your pubes, so whenever you get a blowjob, he'll be watching.
Yeah, because that'll ever happen again.
Yeah, by the way, as I said, he's got a huge 3-inch boner right now.
Oh.
Gotta do what you gotta do, fam.
So that's something to write home about.
So the question is, what the reason that this in the main slides was called hype, a Nintendo achievement story,
Right.
is I want to get hyped about this. And what I mean by that is I want to get hyperbolic about it. What should they do? What's the dream scenario for Nintendo doing achievements?
There you go.
What should that look like?
You should be able to scan a Reggie tattoo like an amiibo and unlock that. Right?
Would that give you a Chivo in game?
I think it should. If we're being hyperbolic, like, yeah, that's where I would start. Let's start at the top, and we'll work our way down to more realistic, right?
Okay.
So I've set the bar. Unless you got something else.
I want to read these two questions.
Okay.
How do they Reggie's Law achievements? You can earn achievements, but it's only displayed privately. And you
Oh
can't compare with
God,
your
yeah.
friends.
Let's get the bad.
How much
let's
would a
get
Reggie
the-
tattoo cost? Let's answer how much would a Reggie tattoo. A good one would be at least $200. At least.
Well, it depends on how large it is. If we're
I
talking,
feel like
talking about
you
the,
just do.
about the size of a pack of cigarettes, that probably costs like $400.
Do you get it colored, or is it just a black and white outline?
Probably just black and white.
And it'd be $400. I mean, I don't have a tattoo, so I don't know how much. Tattoo
Photorealism is like.
Oh, so you're going
that-
photorealistic?
Well, it would be
I
a
was
cartoon.
thinking
It would be a cartoon
caricature.
Reggie. No,
Okay, gotcha. You go in photo.
it would be like a Like
Okay.
my tattoo artist does that, but
Okay.
that I know that takes a long time.
If you get magnets implanted in your fingers, you can get amiibo chip implanted in you too. Man's got a point.
Yeah, why don't you just join the fucking Illuminati while you're at it? Go meet the guy from the Quaker Oat box. You know he runs that joint.
What?
That's the fucking. They're all
I
snickering
like
and
Quaker
laughing
Oats.
at us.
Photorealism, black and white.
Because
teeth and
he's
color
hiding
in
in
it.
plain
Colored
sight in
in
that
it.
Quaker Oat box, fucking lurking in your dinner table. You know.
I think that you should put him like in your pubic region. Like get your pubic like your pubis, get that completely shaved.
Should get him on the front of my neck, like a guy who got fresh out of prison.
Except like you grow a goatee out for his hair. But that's kind of where I was going with the pubic thing. Is like you just keep it trimmed to where his hair, your pubic hair, is like his hair.
If I got the one where it's his hair, it would have to be underneath like my jaw.
Yeah.
Where you
So
wouldn't
you
see
turn
it
up
unless
like
I
this,
looked
and it's
up.
like it's the reg. Oh,
I saw this fucking video today of these two. There's like it was this Oklahoma video shot in Oklahoma where these
They do that.
yeah apparently
I didn't know they
these
did anything
bikers
in
like got
Oklahoma.
cut off by this redneck and like were following him to be like, hey, what the fuck, man? Because like they made him have an accident or something, and he called ahead and like was like got the good old boys to block the road, and then like they held him up with like guns and like beat the shit out of him. And like there's this one really, really supremely fat man. Who
What is
walked
this?
up.
What is the connection with this story to?
I'm getting there.
All right.
This one supremely fat guy walked up and lifted up his shirt. And he had like this big ass, I'm talking like massive, like pregnant stomach. It was like, real deal. This is the real deal. 'Cause he had a Hell's Angel tattoo on his stomach.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, I could do it to people. I'd be like, real deal, and look up. It'd be
Real deal.
It'd be my Reggie tattoo, you know? I'd be revealed.
Real deal.
They wouldn't see it, usually. It's like that guy's horrible stomach tattoo. It'd be like, real deal, motherfucker.
I like it.
And be like, oh, Jesus. All right, can we talk about achievements now?
I want to go back to Peb's question about how can they Reggie's law this. Not how can they, it's how will
I
they.
don't have a lot of thoughts on it.
Well, like he said,
Jumpstart me off. Like, what do you
it's
think?
like he said, you won't be able to see other people's achievements. The achievements will like, there won't be any consistency across achievements where you wouldn't have the ability to like go to a specific
No, what
spot.
it's going to be, it's
in the
going to be,
menu?
it's not going to be achievements. It's going to be a percentage counter for
I'm-
have you
I'm okay with
100% at each game, but that's all it is.
I mean, to me, that's better than the potential of it being like every achievement you get a different Mario face, and then you can't use the Mario faces at all. But like,
You
need to-
get a different Mario face? What the
Yeah,
fuck
one
does
of
that mean? Like stickers or something?
yeah, like stickers. I mean, they like their stickers and their stamps.
Guess.
I'm saying they can fuck this up. No way to compare achievements. No consistency with achievements, meaning like
See, that's always the weirdest thing for me. Like, I don't give
No
a shit
feeling
about
of
other
accomplishment.
people's achievements. It's just like, if I 100% something, it's for me. I'm like, I like the fact that I 100%.
I can understand that, and especially
know
when
there
you
are
play,
people that-
when you
that,
play
you
multiple platforms,
Yeah.
it's hard to like get like to have the desire to want to focus. If there was some sort of system that connected all achievement systems, it was like an app that was like, here's all your achievement systems, you could compare
Right.
that with all your friends. I can see that being more enticing. But yeah, when you're playing stuff on PlayStation and Xbox and Nintendo and Steam and your phone.
See, what you're saying is like when you have just like your one dedicated platform.
Yeah, like
It's-
when I was just playing games pretty much exclusively on 360,
Uh,
and man, it was fucking bonkers. Reggie's Law for Achievements is already in place called the code system to add friends. When you can't get above 99% on bunches of games. If they do it like Xbox, then the early games will be worth a lot of score, while the later ones become more reasonable.
I like how it's really weird that the achievements aren't worth anything. You get achievement points, but you can't spend them, can you?
No.
You can't do shit with them.
No.
So they get mad about games that come out that just have like 2 achievements, or they like they give you like 1,000
Well, like
whatever.
the
It's like,
big
but if
deal
they're
with
not worth
PlayStation
anything,
is-
then who fucking cares?
So with PlayStation, there are bronze, silver, gold, and platinum achievements for games.
Yep.
And a platinum achievement is what you get for
You
unlocking
get all of them, yep.
achievements. So a big thing with PlayStation people is that they are obsessed with like, hey, how many platinums do you have? Hey, I got the platinum in this game, meaning you like completed all the tasks. That's like the way to phrase it. or
People
focus
ask
it.
that
Oh yeah.
for what? Is it to be like,
For
how
games.
much of a real gamer are you, bruh?
When I talk about I talk about this, I did my 52 post stream,
Yeah,
and I was talking about Final Fantasy 15, and I was like, I played it so much I got the platinum.
yeah, but that's like,
And that's a way to
me-
say like how much time that you actually put into it.
Well, to me, that says like, look, that just goes to be like, this is how much I liked the game, right? That I wanted, that I felt compelled to do everything in it and unlock the platinum trophy or whatever. But if somebody asks like, how many platinums you have? It reminds me of like some shit you'd see like an 80s fucking movie with like, you want to join our video game
How many
game?
tiers you got?
Yeah, how many platinum
How
trophies
many wins
you
you
have?
got?
How many of them trophies you got?
I spent years maxing achievements on WoW. Not sure why beyond bragging rights.
Well, that's a little bit different. I was going to bring it up, but I decided not to, but I'll touch on, like, WoW achievements, I kind of get, and I sometimes do them.
But you play WoW.
But that's the difference, though, and that's why I think...
Because you played the game?
I think it alludes to your point. That's my only WoW account.
Yeah.
So it's all there, and it's not going away ever.
For sure.
It's all just going to compound right there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think maybe I understand your point a little bit more as far as, like, why I don't really care about them that much.
Yeah, it's spread
Because
across
I play basically every system.
Yep.
But
it's
yeah.
hard to care when you're just constantly hopping. I know when I started hopping around a lot more, I stopped caring how many achievements I had. You do get rewards for a lot of them. Yeah, I think that's cool, and that kind of goes to the.
I still don't have that, by the way.
That kind of goes to what I want to talk about with like getting hyperbolic. Here's the two things I want out of an achievement system. Number one, so you know they have that Nintendo Club where you like earn coins.
Yep.
And they have the silver coins and the gold coins and I think platinum coins maybe. I want things like that where you earn coins like for completing basically like
sure.
You earn X amount of coins for achievements. So whereas like a game that would have 100 achievement points, it has 100 coins for complete. And you can use it, it's stuff that it's actual legitimate coins that go into the system that you can use to purchase things. Because right now, you can use gold coins, I think, to like buy discounts on digital games. You get like a 35% off coupon, things like that.
So what you're saying is actually give like a legitimate incentive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a fucking yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Like,
in
I
addition
I think that forever you should have been able to spend Xbox Live points, like achievement points. Like,
yeah.
Why give it a numeric value?
Well, that's
if you can't, you know.
That's where I'm going with the second piece of it is that if you have the ability to spend them, then it may not feel as good when you complete something. You're like, yeah, I got all the coins for Breath of the Wild, and I spent them all. And they're like, well, like, so they're the other system that I would like.
You still have the thing that like shows everyone
yes,
or whatever.
It shows what you earned.
That's just
and what I want
complimentary
that to look like,
to it, right?
What I want that system to look like is I want it to be called. Are you ready for it?
Oh God, yep.
XP. I want it to be experience points. And I want you to level up. I want you to have like a system where it's like a game within Nintendo's system to where you are constantly completing achievements.
Well, the thing is, like, that works on the same level of people that play, like, Call of Duty, where it's like, I'm prestige level 50 or whatever the fuck it is.
Exactly.
Right?
So,
like, you don't have to look at the gamer score count or anything like that. It's just like, you
combines
you rank up.
It's like, let's say
and you can get, like, different avatars or whatever, like, your rank is a Mario face, when the top one is like the Golden Reggie.
Well, yeah, you just unlock new different things as you level up. So, like, I mean, just to picture it like an RPG system, where like level 1 you hit when you hit 1,000 coins or experience points, because you can basically get both. They're the same thing, but depending on which system you're referring to. If it's the rewards where you get to spend stuff, it's coins.
How about this?
And when you hit 1,000, you level up to level 2.
How about
so you
this,
still maintain a level.
Every bit that you get, you can spend.
Yes.
But like your accumulative, like this is how much you've earned. That doesn't change.
Exactly, and that's what the XP is. That's what I'm talking.
You could call it the same thing. Like they likely wouldn't, but either way, no. I think that's fucking brilliant.
That's what I want.
I don't think they would do it that way.
I don't think so either, because it's Nintendo. No
well,
offense, Nintendo, I still love you.
It's not just that, but like Nintendo, I don't know. It feels very much like too RPG-esque for like what Nintendo as a company. Like Nintendo as a company is
they make a lot of RPGs,
but that's not like their main
experience points are things that are earned in so many Nintendo games.
So Fire Emblem, basically.
Mario plus Rabbids, Mario and Luigi.
That's Ubisoft. It's like,
Mario and Luigi.
I don't think
Paper Mario.
Listen, but overall, like when you think of SquareSoft or Square Enix at this point, you think of like experience points, leveling up. You don't necessarily think of that when you look at Nintendo. And
that's why that system would be so fucking cool.
Look, I think it'd be cool because it's a good idea, but like I think that they would be like, yeah, I just don't think that fits us. So we're gonna make it to like we don't do it at all.
Oh no, it's definitely gonna end up being fucking stamps or something.
Yeah, like
and then
those things that nobody wants.
And then we have this external application where you can take the stamps that you've earned and stamp them onto a picture, and then you can post that picture to Facebook and Twitter to show people how good you're doing.
That way, everyone can remove you.
Check it out. I got the Breath of the Wild stamp for doing everything. That's a fucking picture of, I don't.
You know when you're looking at fucking porno and you're jerking off and you see the
Maraca thing?
You see like you're looking at a video that's like, oh, did I sent you the name of that title? That porno video that I saw the other day, it was called Cleaning House and Fucking. And I was like, oh God, I just like, I didn't know this fetish existed, but I've got it. I would be more likely to click the share on Facebook button for that than I would to share like, hey guys, I just did 100 dungeons in Breath of the Wild.
Well, there are those Korok seeds, and there are 900 of them. You collect all 900, and it's like, you get the Korok seed poop stamp for getting all 900 that you can stamp and share on Facebook and Twitter.
And annoy all your friends on Facebook and Twitter.
Check it out.
Yeah. Sounds like you're doing the Red Letter Media guy's Mike's impersonation when he's doing the top hits about Darth Vader. Sounded just like that. But anyways,
to me it sounds more like the South Park mockery voice.
Oh no, that's it's like, with Nintendo, you can now share stamps. It's like that, yeah. Like, get your Korok seed poop stamp. Rated PG-13. Fuck you.
Exactly.
Let me tell you what I would like.
Please.
I don't need bells and whistles. I'm a simple man.
I'm a simpleton.
Yeah.
From Simpleton, Virginia.
I'm but a simple farmer from a simple time when achievements didn't mean too much. What's up, the Fots? So here's like this to fix achievements, to give me something to be excited about. Here's all you got. Have an achievement system. It could be exactly like all the other ones. But fuck off with the achievements that basically just mark your progress throughout the game. You know what I mean? Where it's like, you complete level 1 and it's like, achievement unlocked. You beat the intro, the tutorial. Then it's like a little bit later, it's like,
I think you need those.
Achievement unlocked. You beat the game. And it's like, well, what are the rest of them? Right? Like, there's some cool...
Well, you do a combination
of... Like, what are the rest of them? And then you look, and it's like, all the rest of them are like, beat the game on hard mode. Okay? Beat the game on nightmare mode. It's like... So to get all the achievements, I just have to replay just through the game, like, 4 times. I would rather it be like...
Mushroom stamp your girlfriend.
Yeah. Mushroom stamp your girlfriend. I'd rather have it to where it's like, hey, play the game without doing this. Actual challenges.
Something that alters the way you play.
Yeah, that changes the way you play and incentivizes. Like, yeah, I want to do that, so I'm going to change the way that I normally do this.
Complete, I don't know, 3 shrines with, like, out climbing. Mm-hmm. No climbing. Complete 3 shrines in a row without climbing. Something like that. It's like, how the fuck am I going to do this?
It could literally be just all that. From a design perspective, you need those gimme achievements. I don't think you do that. I think Nintendo could. Why?
Because you have to. It's similar. It's design is a good way to put it. It's similar to how like Mario Brothers 1 is designed. Mario Brothers 1 is designed, and it teaches you that there's a jump button by putting an enemy in front of it.
Right.
So what you do is you give someone a taste of what this thing is. You're like, oh, I just unlocked an achievement. You then pull up your achievement list, and you're like, okay, how do I get more of these things?
So
it's the first hit is free kind of thing. You know that that drug dealer thing. It's like first hit's free. It's like that. First hit's free. First achievement's free.
Here's the thing. I don't think that's necessary, because also like you're talking about like from a design perspective for all the other achievement systems that currently exist. Sure, but none of this exists right now. Like, this is a fresh start for them. They could integrate that very heavily in. And
I'm not saying that what you're saying shouldn't happen. What you're saying absolutely should happen.
Right.
In addition to, there should be a first hits free achievement.
Yeah, but like I said, that's the way that it currently works. They don't have to do it the same way. My point was, and this is the main point about the gimme achievements, if you want to call them that, which I think it's a pretty decent term.
They're the OGs.
Is there a lot of games like that's basically what it is, or it's lazy, it's lazy ass shit that's
absolutely.
Like, yeah, play it again. It's like
that's kind of the challenge.
That's all you got for me is fucking do it again, but harder this time.
No, they absolutely need to
Put
have
some
an
fucking
achievement
effort into it.
curation process that, like, when you push your game for, what's it called? When you send your game to Nintendo for certification.
Right.
And they're like, it has to tick all these boxes, it has to have these things. There needs to be a achievement consultation process or whatever, to where they go, okay, here's the types of achievements that you have to have in a game. Not specifically to the point of, like, basically, like, you can't have just kill 500 enemies with this gun.
Right.
You can't just have complete the game and get all the achievements. Like, you have to reach certain milestones. You have to do things to make the design of your game, like, more unique.
Yeah.
You need to have some sort of, like, consultation team or something that is put in place to make sure that the achievements are
Right.
handled well.
Progress achievements are needed, but they need to get more other Chivos like that, like hop on one hand, not foot, and play in reverse. If that's it, then it's lazy design. It's like a mix of skill, progress, and funsy achievements. That's the thing, though.
I feel the same way.
If you're doing the progress ones, then why do you need like if this is
Again,
all if this
first
is all
it's free. It's a taste.
if
thing.
it's all designed, all right, then why don't you have just the intro tutorial? Like have that as the achievement,
Okay.
and then
Completed the tutorial,
all the
fine.
rest of them. How about you have something that's different?
That's fine.
Something that you will not get just by because okay. Would you consider an achievement simply just playing and beating the game? Like that's an achievement?
Yes.
I see. I don't.
No,
I think like when you get an achievement, when you get that thing that pops up, in order to make it special, in order to make it where
I
you
agree,
want to
that's
get the rest, right? It needs to be something that you didn't just do by default by just playing the game. So I can understand the first one to make people go, "Oh, what is that?" If they somehow don't know.
completing or beating a game is an achievement.
Mm.
If it wasn't, then I wouldn't do this 52-week challenge where it's finish 52 games in a year.
Right, but that's the like I said, that's the personal challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. But people feel accomplished when they watch that final cutscene and they get the credits. And you probably know this. The amount of people that beat video games is very small.
Yep.
If you look at completion achievements in a game, and I actually think that it's a good litmus test, I guess is the word I'm looking for here. But for developers to see how many people are actually beating them. As an example, there's an achievement in Destiny for getting to level 20, which is level cap. 70% as of Tuesday. Yeah, right. 70% of players on PlayStation 4 as of Tuesday had hit the level cap. And that's information that we can get by going and looking at the trophies, because you can compare trophies with other people. And it shows it shows how they show common and rare and how many people have gotten this achievement. So you can say hitting the level cap, which is nothing, gives an achievement. But there's information out there that says 70% of every person who's played Destiny 2 has hit the level cap in less than a fucking week.
Right.
That's incredible. And that's the type of data that I think is super interesting that, yes, finishing a game and getting an achievement for it adds value.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. Like I said, my main point about it all, and we're about to comment here in a second, is just that a good percentage of games, that's all they have to offer in that regard. And like I said, my hope here is that Nintendo does that differently. That doesn't take the fucking super lazy route with it.
I agree.
Right?
The problem is
now
that
would be the time
it's only
to
up
do
to
it.
Nintendo from the first party developed games, unless they do some sort of curation process.
Yeah, and you could just say hey, yeah, this game doesn't have achievements. There are plenty of games that don't. You know what I mean?
A bunch of you guys have had a comment. I've been over here looking and then shaking my head I'm agreeing with it.
The rest stays reminders and incentivizes people to keep playing. So it's a normal, casual, all gamers, not just hardcore. Yeah, like I said, I'm not against it in its entirety. It's just it's, dare I say, a slippery slope to most games doing that. Because when achievements first came out, I don't remember that being all there was. You know, now for most games, for a shitload of games, yeah, those are basically the only ones there.
Yeah.
Considering many people don't finish games, you should get an achievement for finishing the game. I mean, if you have to out of fight, if you have to have someone come over and say, "Well, fucking," then I guess it's up to you.
I feel great when I finish games.
Yeah, if you can't do that on your own, then I guess, man. Even if it's just I beat it, the game acknowledges it. It's a nice psychological pat on the back. That's what in-game credit scenes were for. When it says, "Here's your time and your rank." So I'm just being contrary.
But so the last 2 years I've done this beat 52 games in a year.
Yeah.
Thing. And you've known before I started that I was doing it. I'm like, hey, you want to join me? And you're like, nah. because it's not something that like matters as much to you. And I don't mean that as a negative against you.
I just don't want the obligation, the commitment.
It's absolutely worth it. I'm at like 60. I mean, I'm at 53 games right now. This year, it's fucking going great. I'm having a blast. It is so. 2017 was a great year to do this because there's so many good games. But even outside of the obligation, that feeling of accomplishment is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, but that's like a personal goal you set yourself, though.
It is, absolutely.
Yeah.
And everybody like has their own. It's like a lot of people have said.
I think that I'm giving off the wrong impression, which is like we should put all those achievements to death.
No,
which is not what I'm trying. Which is not what I'm trying to say.
You're just saying that there isn't a lot of value in completing getting an achievement for completing a game, and I'm saying
I think that just a shitload of people fucking lean on those way too much to just simply have achievements, and like that's not what like.
But I think they should still be there. I just think they should be there in addition to the ones you're talking about. There should be a lot of achievements.
That's fine too.
They shouldn't be.
But when I use the term "lean on," that's what I mean. Like that's basically what they give instead of like a mix of, or they have all the extra shit. It's that and like beating it on different difficult. It's like,
I have a hard time beating.
It's all you got.
I just don't want them to end.
I've had some games like that, like The Witcher and Prey.
Before Chainsaw Ape, I had a erectile dysfunction.
Hey man, didn't we all? Just so much time for jerking off. How could you not have it? But now that we have to keep it above ground for a little.
I'll hit you up and you'd be like, "Dude, I jerked off 7 times today." That's an achievement.
Yeah, actually, it's fucking really sad.
When you say sad, you mean like fucking awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Never mind.
Is this like the story that you want to get out of me? Where you're like, nah, this is not a story for.
This is too inside.
Gotcha. Too inside, baby. This episode's going so well.
No, I was gonna be like, there's a website I joined recently, and you get achievements on it. And I thought it was Pornhub, but it was Wowhead. Never mind. So that's why I was like, never mind.
A porn achievement website?
I was mistaken.
That's an industry we need to tap into.
I have a hard time. Okay, yeah, Mountains needs achievement. All right. So yeah, point is, I hope that it's forcefully creative achievements rather than just obligatory ones.
By the way,
because that's been just a lot of what it is.
I was so thinking this was going to be a short one. It's a beefy episode.
I know.
We're halfway, and the last half's going to be just as long. So I don't want to cut anything off. I want to make sure we get the full.
Well, yeah, because we're not doing a post stream tonight. So this is all you get of us. So yeah, we might as well let it run a little.
Let's have fun.
Yeah,
let's have a good time.
Let us do it.
Achievements for Pornhub. That sounds fun, dude. Yes, we're doing it. All right, $1 billion idea, fam.
All right, so next up, we got the top 5 Nintendo Direct announcements.
Okay, so I need to set this up a little bit. Okay. A couple weeks ago, there was Gamescom, and there was a bunch of information that came from Gamescom. So how we designed the discussion around that was we had a list of 30 different things, and you and I together narrowed it down to 10. And then I had DKP rank them from his favorite to his least favorite. I don't know if it worked too well.
It didn't.
Excuse me, at least I wasn't a fan of it.
It was a disaster.
So, this time I just did all that before. And what this is these are the top 5 announcements from Major Tom's perspective. A lot of things were announced at during the Nintendo Direct. Here are the 5 things that I think were the most interesting and or most important. And it's not necessarily specifically that something, got announced. It's what that particular thing means. So, as soon as DKP gets back from whatever portal he just jumped into, we'll get into it. I gotta say, it was a good Direct. I was pleased. Like every other Nintendo Direct, there was a lot of stuff I didn't care about, a lot of stuff I did. So anybody out there that's watching... Oh, actually, I want to pose this question to you guys. There are people watching right now, and I'm going to post this on Facebook later so I can get a more detailed response, but there are people that are watching right now that do not own a Nintendo Switch. They have their reasons for it. They can't find it. They're not interested in it. They don't like Nintendo. They only play PC games. Whatever the reason is. I'm curious as to what it would take for you as an individual, maybe, depending on how much alcohol, what it would take for you as an individual to buy a Nintendo Switch.
It leads right back into it. So let's just say they were on the fence about buying a Nintendo Switch because they were curious.
Not even on the fence.
Would you consider them bi-curious?
B-U-Y? Curious?
I was playing off you've seen Arrested Development.
Yeah, of course. Multiple times.
When fucking he's in the leather shop, Tobias, and they're like, are you looking to buy or just browse? He's like, I was just curious coming in here. I mean, I might buy. You could consider me bi-curious. Anyways.
What a great show.
It's like, what would it take for them to get a Nintendo Switch? Like, if it wasn't their general console?
Yeah. Pep said for me it would be a game experience that matched Mario 64.
Well, dude,
Man.
here's fucking
getting
hoping.
there.
Yeah,
We're getting there.
We will talk about that too. Will we
okay.
not?
So, set everything up. We got everything ready to go. Here are the top 5 Nintendo Direct stories.
All right.
From Major Tom's perspective.
That's the one that kind of is important here.
I don't know if it's important, but that's
Well, for all things-
what we're laying on.
I mean, the Nintendo apologies bullshit aside, like, for all things Nintendo, who would you go to? If you want, like, what to be excited about if you care about Nintendo, I would go to you. So, yeah, I mean, this...
Number 5. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is coming out this year. So you say to yourself...
How is that...
Exactly.
Were there only 7 announcements?
You say to yourself, how could that make your top 5 announcements?
I mean, yeah, were there only, like, 6 or 7? Like, and you had to put that one there?
It's 2 things. As far as the audience is concerned, as far as we, the viewer, Nintendo viewer, as far as anybody who watches Nintendo stuff or consumes their information, their news,
Right.
this game did not exist until January.
I mean, did it ever exist on your radar, though, really? Did you play Xenoblade 1?
Yeah, I did.
We used to rip on Tasty about that because it looked like Shenmue
You ripped on him
graphics.
for the faces.
Oh, no, come on. We all did.
No,
Yeah,
I've
absolutely.
never ripped on him for the faces. I've ripped on Tasty for a lot of things. Never the faces of Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah, well.
So, and I played Xenoblade Chronicles. Didn't really get into it. So I'm not necessarily super hyped for this, and it's not about
So why is it number 5?
exactly.
All right.
It's not about the actual
So
game.
you had my interest. Now you've got my attention.
It's not about the actual game. It's about the fact that the game was announced in January. It's a Xenoblade Chronicles RPG, which these games are historically anywhere from 80 to 150 hours.
Right.
The game was announced in January and was promised to come out this year. And since it was announced, everybody has said there's no way it's going to make it out. And when I say everybody, I mean it's people who actually care. They've said there's no way it'll be out this
people
year.
who are actually talking about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The people who are talking about it. There are bets all over the place if this game was actually going to make it out before the end of the year.
All right.
It is. It officially is. It's coming out December 1st.
So you're excited on behalf of other people.
I'm excited on behalf of other people. I'm excited that we're getting a 100-hour RPG from Nintendo
That you're not gonna
within a
play.
year of it launching.
You're not going to play it.
I mean, I might try it.
All right,
I don't know.
No, you won't.
I like this character model.
I know you will not.
Dude,
I don't doubt you'll buy this game, and I'm on the fence whether or not you'll try it. You will not play it.
I almost bought Monster Hunter, Stories today.
But
Metro's coming out.
Look, I'm with you. You don't gotta pretend like you're actually gonna fucking. Let's just cut the shit. You're not.
Whoa.
But I'm with you on the fact, like when Beyond Good and Evil 2 got announced.
Yeah.
I never played the first one, but I saw the excitement of everyone else.
Yeah.
And I was with them. Like, good for you guys.
To me, it's not even that.
I got my Great White Buffalo. I got my Shenmue 3.
Yeah.
And I hope everyone was happy for me on that occasion.
See, it's
So
not.
I hope
It's not even that for
it's
me.
not?
It's about Nintendo Switch as a whole. It's about this idea that there are certain things that every library needs, and every console library, and what they need.
So once again, like, you're happy for
Nintendo.
with the Switch in general, or
Yeah.
the user base.
Yeah.
The potential
It's
install.
about
base.
Nintendo. It's about Nintendo.
Sure.
All of these things are forever and ever and always.
I guess I just like. Well, no,
It's not about Xeno, and the most of this stuff is not necessarily about the games itself.
it's not about
this-
like what you're personally excited for.
Yeah, the announcents are not the headlines here.
Okay.
The headlines are things that come from within.
So
the
you're just saying it's like the top 5 like biggest.
the
things
top
that
5
came.
things that came out of the Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Direct for me
I
that are
see.
not necessarily game announcements.
All right. Yeah.
It seems it's like
No,
game
I'm
announcement.
with you 100%.
Here's what that means.
I'm with you 100%. Yeah.
Okay. Here's what it means, kind of thing.
Well, it's like it's kind of like what did Dave Chappelle say when he hosted SNL right after the election? He's like, "Look, we got to root for him whether you like it or not, because if he fails, we all fail." And it's like, as a Nintendo fan, it's the same thing. It's like, if they fuck up, we're fucked.
That's a
because we're Nintendo fans.
unfortunate yet super accurate analogy.
So yeah, when you see something good happen that will benefit them in their entirety and make the Switch do well, yeah, there is reason to be excited about that. It's like, okay, good, everything else is going to go smooth. Like, or a little bit smoother. You know
For sure.
So yeah, no, I'm with you.
Within the first year, one of the things that people are always concerned about with Nintendo consoles, especially over the last 2 decades, is games. Games are the most important thing. Games are why people buy consoles. Games are the reason that someone like Pev and Rosarind would get this.
Yep.
So within the first 9 months of a console, you're getting a mainline Mario, a mainline Zelda game, a Mario Kart game, which, granted, it was from last generation, but
just
it's
imagine how much
the
of a
best
fucking
Mario Kart.
disaster it would have been if they didn't launch a Breath of because you know we've jokingly called it Breast of a Child, but like my brain just didn't know which one it wanted to do, you know. So yeah, like I feel like there hasn't been like a really fucking like monumental one since. I know there has been, but it's good. Like all that's about to change, though. You know, like starting next month, because I feel like no Nintendo consoles truly hit puberty and like really like started to fuck, you know, until you have like at least a Mario and a Zelda.
Library is an extremely important thing when it comes to I was talking to a guy who the only console he's had in the last like 10 years, he bought a 360 for Forza, and he hits me up. He lives in New York now. He hits me up and he's like, "Hey, I'm thinking about buying a Switch. Should I get one?" Now, of course, you ask me.
No, you won't steer him wrong.
I'm not gonna.
You would give the probing question. Like,
yeah.
Well,
exactly. He got all the probing questions.
I don't know.
He got all the probing questions, and what it comes down to is RPGs. He wants RPGs.
Like, no. Not yet, at least.
Not yet.
You would have said. You know?
Yeah, it's kidding. And something like Xenoblade Chronicles is a big. It's a big get.
Because also, like, you know, if RPGs is your only thing, and you don't like have to have it now, and those games aren't out yet, like, yeah, you should wait because there's like getting new bundles and new like designs of it, like that are catered towards like, let's say if you're a huge Fire Emblem fan, right? Or I guarantee you, when the mainline Pokemon game comes out, which will be the first console iteration of it ever, there's probably going to be an entire like new Switch design color scheme or something
for sure.
Edition. And if you're
Mario Odyssey's got one, Xenoblade Chronicles X, and it's even like has a
if you already bought one, like, you know, unless you have a lot of income and, you know, the means to do so, like, you're not going to fucking buy it
for sure. So yes, number 5.
You miss out on that, you know.
That was number 5. Big deal.
Yep.
Exciting for the Nintendo library.
Indeed.
That we're getting a massive 100-hour exclusive RPG for Nintendo. Number 4. The 3DS is still getting games that should be on the Switch.
Okay, so once again, I have to say, this isn't like top 5 announcements that you're stoked about. It's just most influential.
The title here very misleading. Misleading. But again, it's about things that are happening, and it's 2 things that stand out in particular. Number 1, Mario plus Luigi plus Bowser's Minions, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Minions, whatever. Superstar Saga. It's a remake of Superstar Saga for the 3DS. Which, if you've never played Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, to me, of all Mario RPGs, it's the closest thing to Super Mario RPG for Super Nintendo. It's incredibly good. It's very, very good. And it was on Game Boy Advance. So it's getting a complete remake, updated visuals, like everything. They're adding a bunch of new game modes to it. Like, it's getting the full, robust treatment. Coming out in like 3 weeks on 3DS. And I'm just not getting it. Metroid, it's about all it's going to take.
Oh, shit. You know what? You remember earlier today, actually right before we went live, as a matter of fact, 30 minutes before, I was like, you know, isn't Metroid coming out tonight?
Comes out,
like, yes. And I was like, you know what? I wasn't going to buy it.
You got to buy it.
But you know what? I fucking got to. And I went over, and do you remember, you didn't correct me either. I went over and grabbed my Switch.
Oh, I thought it was because you were down.
And went, it's out of battery. I got to recharge it.
We had also just talked about...
now remembered that it's on 3DS only, and now I'm back to, I'm not going to buy it.
I thought it was you were getting it because I also just told you that the Project Octopath Traveler demo was available. It was the same conversation.
I don't think I heard the last part of what you said.
So.
That demo was Octopath Traveler. Remember, I went, game looks beautiful.
That game looks beautiful. I'm like, they came out with a demo for it.
Didn't hear that part. I was thinking about Metroid.
Yep.
But that's supremely fucking disappointing, though.
Yeah. In addition,
I forgot about that since it was announced that it was only going to be on 3DS.
And
not on
in
Switch.
addition, they basically announced a greatest hits of the Mario Party minigames. It's called the Mario Party The Top 100. Which, like, I don't know how that's going to work in context of a game, because if it's
does
just
it
minigames...
fucking matter how it's going to work?
It does.
I don't think it does.
Because the board game elements are like, the things that get you to the minigames matter. If it's just minigames, if there's just 100 minigames and you pick one and everybody plays it, like, I need a little bit more to it.
Do you? Isn't the...
Yeah,
all right.
too.
So, what is it that... Hold on. Let me ask you this. Are you pro-life of a console or pro-choice? Yeah?
Both?
You don't get to be both. Look, I was actually going to send you a fucking article last night where people were arguing in the comments about this. It was a Reddit thread. Where people were like, it's not a full Mario game, so I could see totally why it's not coming to the Switch. And it's like,
oh no, it should definitely be.
Could you see that? Why the fuck?
Who wants to play a Mario Party game crouched over looking at a screen? Not, of course, it's either this or sit in a living room full of people of everybody staring at the screen, freaking out and yelling at each other. That's the way Mario was intended.
And
that's the way
that
God intended Mario Party to be played.
Well, hold on. Not just that, but like, not just that, fellas. But look, all the games that you're fucking pulling these are all older ones from the minigames from were that way. So why it's not coming out on the Switch as well? Why it's not just multi-platform for just the two things they support? It's not fucking absurd, right? Yep. Doom and other companies are, Ubisoft, whatever. How many platforms do they often support? Like 5? Up to 5? They can do 2 for a mini-game thing. But why it's not...
I'm confident we're going to get one.
Blows my fucking mind.
I'm confident we're going to
No, I know we'll get a Mario Party.
But why are we getting one? Again, it goes back to the title of this thing.
I see, I'm pro-choice.
The 3DS is still getting games that should be on the Switch. That's number 4.
You all point at me as the bad guy, but I'm pro-choice here. I think it should be on Switch and 3DS.
Gotta make it controversial.
Tom here is pro-life of the console.
No,
he wants to help extend.
That's not even close to true.
My opponent wants to help. He does not care about.
I want the 3DS to be dead.
A
long
consumer's
time ago.
choice.
I'm tired of having to charge it.
Ask the DM says because 1-2 Switch is a minigame collection. I think they should just cut their losses on that one. But also, like, if you want
1-2 Switch is not bad, but it is not Mario Party. It is not WarioWare.
I don't. Look, either way, like, there's probably a shitload of people that have, like, an old 3DS that they don't know where the fucking charger is for anymore. They do own a Switch, and it's like, yeah, I totally fucking buy that.
Well, dude,
if it was on the Switch.
It sounds, it's a silly first world problem to have, but, like, I don't want to take both with me.
It's not even about packing both. It's about, like,
I'm not saying it's about
put it
that.
on
I'm
the
just
fucking
saying
TV,
that is an
and
issue.
you have, just like every other Mario Party.
Speaking of,
you have to sit on the couch and because all you need is one screen for it, right? But in order to play with 4 people now, you have to have 4 3DSs.
Real quick, I got to ask you, Peb, I think you're in this room. Next weekend, I'm going to visit my parents in Louisiana. Can you run the Netflix movie club here from your place?
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool. Yep. Okay, cool. That's next Saturday. That's not day after tomorrow.
Cut their losses.
But the reason that popped into my head is because I'm going to visit my family. I'm not taking both. I'm going to take one. That one will be the Switch.
Like,
and I might not be done with Metroid by then.
To me, this is the equivalent of, like, what if PlayStation fucking came out with a game? It's like, oh yeah, by the way, you want that new Red Dead 2? Or, here's a prequel to Red Dead Redemption. It's not Red Dead 2. Better break out that PS3 to play it, huh? And it's like, what the fuck, man?
All right. Number 3.
All right.
You like these, huh?
I think we're getting some. I think we're hashing some good shit out.
All right, number 3.
Yeah.
Nintendo is finally making a step towards Virtual Console. A half step.
Yeah.
Did you see this Nintendo Arcade Archives?
I didn't, no.
Okay, so what Nintendo is doing is, Nintendo released a shitload of games in the arcade back in the 80s. Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong.
Yep.
Bunch of stuff. They are going to be releasing those games as downloads on Nintendo Switch. And it's called Arcade Archives. Okay. So it's what the Neo Geo things are. They're partnering with that.
Well, it kind of reminds me of when, remember, you used to be able to buy the DS games. I think was it DS. I think
Maybe.
where it was like Nintendo Classics. Like they were. This is before Virtual Consoles. Where no, I think it was actually Game Boy Advance, where you could buy like NES games that were on like advanced cartridges and you play them like that. Is that kind of what it's like?
Let's go back and hit some comments and then we'll come.
Okay.
Oh, I saw you sent a friend request. Yeah, fam. Cut their losses. I don't think the development is an issue for Nintendo. I think Nintendo is trying to still support the 3DS.
No,
yes,
that's definitely what they're doing, but like, it's in a way where it's like, yeah, I get it.
That's not what I want to have.
But how about you support it for people that only have the 3DS? They'll buy it.
They announced 2 Nintendo 3DS models during the direct.
I know, but it's like, but you're also trying to market the Switch too, right? Like,
yeah. They think that they're not one and the same.
But they fucking
but
are.
To a lot of people, they are.
Yeah.
Baldur says, make 3DS do remote play like Vita. I'm a buyer. Pep says, interesting, Idify. So it was a business decision. Seems like a terrible decision. Ask the DM says, only available on the PS Vita.
Yo, it definitely was a business decision.
Boss says, Sony's pretty good at moving forward, even when we don't want them to go fast. Idify says, Nintendo's making a killing selling exclusive 3DS and 2DS models. They really are. I want to replace my 3DS with a new 2DS. Does that make me bad? No, not at all. Well, I'm decided if I should buy a Switch.
I have a 3DS out of necessity. When's the last time you used the 3D bit of your DS?
I'm going to use it tomorrow, but it's not off.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the last time.
Exactly. Because you're thinking like, oh, this is going to drain the fuck out of the battery.
Yeah.
That's like the main thing, too.
Yep. I think Pepe brings up the most important thing, which is I'm trying to decide if I should buy a Switch. And watching them not release games for the platform makes me much less interested.
Yeah.
Yep.
No one ever said it was a good decision, but that's...
So yeah, back to Arcade Archives. So...
I see what you mean by half step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting a bunch of games. So the ones that they talked about, I've got a list. I don't have all of them. Mario Brothers. Okay. Original Mario... Not... Well, I was about to say not Super Mario Brothers. But they are releasing something called Super Mario Brothers Versus, which was in the arcade.
Right.
Didn't even know that existed. Ice Climbers Versus. Balloon Fight Versus.
Yeah, and these are modified versions to like have like online play and all that, right?
I don't think so.
But at least like did all these games have multiplayer before? Well, yeah, no, I know like Balloon Fight did. I know that I believe Ice Climbers did. Okay, move on. Because I know they're modifying some games to have like online play. I don't know if it's these that they're talking
and Punch Out. Have you ever seen the Punch Out arcade game?
No.
It's like wireframe Little Mac. It looks completely different. It's wild.
Oh, you know what? I think I do what you're talking about. That's where he got the model from for the new Smash Bros. Where he's the wireframe. Yeah. I know.
And he's also like that.
I thought you meant if I ever seen it in person, like if they had some weird setup for it in the arcade, like a physical setup.
Yeah, I've never even seen an arcade cabinet. But yeah, they're basically, we're starting to get a bunch of old Nintendo games on the Nintendo Switch. But they're arcade games.
Hey man, you know what? Once again, my opponent here, clearly he's not pro-choice like I am. I might not buy them, it might not be for me, but if someone else wants to buy them, by God damn it, that's their right to do so. And who am I to say they can't?
That's true.
See, when it comes to buying games, I am pro-choice. You can buy it wherever you like.
Like Amiibo. You can buy as many as you want.
Right?
Or none.
The choice to buy is the choice that's important. For all women.
Whoa.
And us too, But
this episode was going so well.
Come on.
From what I've been hearing, Nintendo lost the 3D patent lawsuit from Sony, hence why Nintendo's heavily promoting. Now, I haven't heard that. They probably should have delayed the Switch release, done the 2DS XL, then wait to release the Switch so that it could have dropped Zelda, Mario, a few other titles. I think that makes sense. I like the way they did it, is because we've had a consistent stream. I think if there was a situation where I had all of the games that are out on Switch available to me to choose from, I would have just been
I mean,
a little overwhelmed. And I may not have bought them. A game like ARMS, there's no way I would have bought if it would have come out the same day as Mario and Zelda and Splatoon and Mario Kart.
I bought ARMS out of desperation, just to have something on the Switch to play. And
Desperation indeed.
That is the biggest regret, like purchase of like the last 10 years for me.
Yeah. I'll send you the video I made you to you about the Nintendo also. Please do.
Because Lawbreakers, for example, I got that shit refunded because like I played it for like less than 2 hours, didn't like it. ARMS, I know I ain't getting that shit refunded.
ARMS is not a bad game. It's just not a good game.
And that's the worst bit about it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you can play great games, you can play shitty games and laugh at them. A mediocre game is the worst sin like a game can commit,
Yep. It's the worst sin. All right, number 2. Now this, I don't know which one to do. Because I don't have them in any particular order here. I'm just reading them off what I think is... All right, let's go with this one. Nintendo third-party support is a real thing now. It's a thing...
Officially, as of a couple days ago, yeah.
It's the thing that everybody has been, like, screaming at the rooftops about for the last few years since the NX... Like, since the Switch was announced as the NX, if they don't get the third-party support, I'm not doing it. I'm not in. Well, it's all about that third-party support.
It's super important because, like, with Wii U especially, remember? Peter Moore came out and, like, very publicly, like, which this didn't happen with, like, a lot of companies, like, but publicly said, like, yeah, we're just not doing it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, that when I think of, like, the third-party support for Nintendo Switch, I think of reading all the articles. I'm sorry, for the Wii U, not Switch. We're, like, you know, ahead of one of the biggest companies out there, publicly said, like, yeah, just definitively, this is the beginning of the life cycle, we're not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that was
like we're just not making
that was a huge thing, you know?
For sure. And pretty much everybody was like that.
So that's why everyone's talking about that, you know, for this, and fortunately, go on.
So, I've always said that Nintendo doesn't need third-party support. I still believe that. I think they need it for, like, consumer peace of mind.
They don't need it.
I think it's a good thing for consumer peace of mind. But I've never been like, a game that's come out on N64 and PlayStation, I've never been like, I want to play the fucking N64 version of Resident Evil.
Here's the thing, I was going to say...
I've never wanted to play the Tony Hawk version. I never wanted to play the 64 version of Tony Hawk, because it was better on PlayStation.
Here's the thing, though. That was one point I was going to make, which is like, if you have it against how they're currently doing things, which is like they're trying to innovate, but in return, like, the games have less graphical fidelity and, you know, less frame rate or whatever. Like, that's never going to be your go-to option. However,
I think it's significantly more appealing. And, you know, when I was singing, standing up, yelling, we don't need third-party support. I think that I've kind of shifted just a little bit because portability changes that.
That was my point. We didn't need it. But now that I can take Doom on an airplane, or Doom, you know, or you play Wolfenstein while I'm taking a shit, right? Like, that changes everything. I will rebuy that game to be able to play it where I want to play it.
For sure.
You know, and go ahead and eat the, like, lower resolution, whatever, but, like, it's only really necessary, I think, more so with the Switch because of that. Like,
if you would have told me 2 years ago that within the first year of the Nintendo Switch, we would get all the sports titles. Not all. We're not getting NHL. But we're getting NBA 2K. We're getting FIFA. We're getting WWE 2K. We're getting the big sports games. In addition, Bethesda is going to release not just Skyrim, but Doom and Wolfenstein 2, the new... Like, not even Wolfenstein the New Order. Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. Did I miss one? Nope, I think that's... Oh, Rockstar is releasing LA Noire. Capcom's putting their Resident Evil games, specifically it's Revelations 1 and 2. But still, they're dipping their toe in the water.
We do understand Capcom has an obsessive urge to re-release every Resident Evil.
As much as humanly possible.
So the rest will
they're
follow,
coming.
Right?
Resident Evil 4 will be on there in no time.
Which I'm completely fine with. And I will rebuy probably all of them. But yeah, like, nowhere in this lifetime or any fucking other one would I have guessed that, like, two of the most graphically, like, fidelity, like...
What's up, Ziptech?
Yeah, sorry, man. No one challenges me. We don't mean to, sir. But, yeah, like, what I think Doom and Wolfenstein. Two reasons. Nintendo is very, kid-friendly. They try to be, right? So their premier third-party titles being some of the most violent things possible. And also, some of the most, like,
somebody pointed out, I never would have thought in a million years that I would look at a Nintendo Direct and see a swastika.
Did they show that?
I mean, they showed the cover of Wolfenstein 2.
Because I saw the...
And you see the Nazi flag.
I didn't think about that. Yeah. Because I saw the Doom trailer, and, like, all they had was clips of him basically just side-strafing. Like, they didn't have any goring. Which is, like, that's fine. Like, I get, like, what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
But I didn't know
it's the same video that they showed Pokemon off.
They showed the fucking Swazi on the fucking...
It's just like the cover art.
I know, but I guess I didn't notice it when I saw it, but... Ooh, shit.
So, yeah. Nintendo third-party support is a thing. It exists. Yeah. And it will continue. Hopefully.
It fucking needs
I'm sure it will. Rockstar, Bethesda, all the sports games, it's fucking huge.
Well, because, like, okay, very quickly, like, with a PC, right? Like, if you're a PC guy, like, you ask anyone, like, why do you play on PC? It's like, because I want the game the way that I want it. I want it the best graphics, whatever, right? Now, with the Switch, it's like, well, why would you rebuy it on that? It's like, because I want to be able to play it not at home.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that all the other ones can't
I
do,
want to be able to play it on the couch while my wife watches The Bachelor.
Yeah. So, like, there's definitely, like, reason for people to not only possibly just buy it on Switch, but rebuy it.
I'm going to be honest, though. Doom did not look super great.
No, it didn't.
Nobody's expecting it to.
However, like, if I was on an airplane, I would be happy to have it. You know what I mean?
That's fair. Yeah. And then my number one, number one
biggest thing that came out
Nintendo
of
Direct news announcement.
All right.
Super Mario Odyssey will be God tier. All right, that's all the time we have tonight.
All right, it was nice. Yes, it will.
We went back and watched the show, and you and I did some. I mean, specifically the Nintendo Mario Odyssey part. And we did some wild, rampant speculation on it. We don't necessarily have to get into a lot of that, but there are some things that I absolutely want to call out. Number one, this game is going to be fucking huge. It's going to be huge.
The scale of it does look huge in a lot of ways. Not only like geographically, like the levels, but how many things they had to program and design that like you can take control of that play and act differently. You know what I mean? Like, and we just keep seeing more and more, which like just adds new systems to it.
So to give a little bit of context, and if any of you guys are God tier, God tier.
Here's fucking hoping. If it's anything less, I will be severely
There are a couple of things in some of the stuff that you talked about earlier that we'll probably talk about here in a few moments. I think those are all very fair concerns. If anybody knows Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine and Mario Galaxy that can correct me on any of the things I'm about to say, let me know. Mario 64, there were 15 worlds, and each world had 8 different stars you could get. That seems like 120.
I'm not saying that like authoritatively, like, yes.
I think that's right, because there are 120 stars.
Well,
15 worlds, 8 stars, that's 120.
I know it's 8 stars, but okay, then yeah.
Super Mario, no, there might be less because the castle had stars
I think it's been like 120.
It's been 120.
Yeah.
120 stars. Super Mario Sunshine, I think, had 12 worlds and 120 stars. So it was like 10 per.
Okay.
This
Let's cut
has...
the shit. Don't keep us in suspense. What are we in for Mario Odyssey?
We know of at least 10 worlds.
Yep.
And in this direct, we saw within the trailer, there was a part that showed a quest log. So you'll have a quest log that's like a big map.
That was for one particular world.
It was for one world.
1 of 10.
And it shows, like, it's going through and it's showing the moons. The moons are the equivalent of the stars or shines that you collect. It's going through a list of all the missions that have been completed, and it shows them on the map which ones you've already done. And it's going through the list, and it stops at about, like, 52 or so. But you can see the scroll bar that there's still at least a good probably 20 more.
Roughly, it looked like it was going to stop at 75.
It looked about 75.
So if we assume that there's going to be at least 75 in all, more.
If we assume that there's the consistency that exists in all the
750 as opposed to 120
on maps that are significantly larger that we know of at least.
They look
10
almost like semi-open world scale.
Yeah, for sure. So the game is large, and there are a lot of things to do. To be fair, getting these moons is going to be easier.
Yeah, that was one thing. That was one
map.
thing like I was going to be semi-concerned about. Is like if all of them are just super easy, like you'll get like 3 on your way to somewhere.
Yeah.
I hope it's not like that.
For the most
like,
part,
when you
Mario
get stars
64
and
Mario
like,
Sunshine,
each one had a little bit of weight
and then
to
they
it,
take you back out of the level, and then you go back in and have a new quest.
I'm not necessarily saying you got to do that.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that in the same way that I'm fine with tank controls, but like I know that nobody else is. So you don't got to do that.
No, I'd be fine with it too, but I'm completely okay and excited about where it's going.
Yeah.
There's a good variety to the level. Now, the levels there's kind of an issue with.
You mean like atmospherically? Absolutely. Yeah.
There's kind of an issue that you and I talked about of like the worlds are very inconsistent looking.
Not only with each other, but like with
Mario,
period.
We've talked about in the past the like Sonic 2006.
So let's just
human characters.
Sonic 07. And that is here's where like it fits in this weird in the middle area or the uncanny valley or whatever, right? Where it's like, okay, Mario's in New Donk City.
Yeah.
Which is like Very uncharacteristic for wherever Mario's been before, with the exception of Mario is missing, right?
For sure.
Where you go to Rome and whatever. But, like,
Mario's Time Machine.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that shit.
Yeah. Not developed by.
Yeah, but it looks like not photorealistic, but like very not cartoonish, which is the way it's always been.
It looks like he's going to like GTA
so do the people. So what it has, unfortunately, is like the people look too real to be close.
They're like two to almost three times taller than Mario.
To be close to Mario, where it just looks strange, but not good enough to like
it's
not
like,
look like Sonic 2007.
It reminds me of the
models.
like terrible CG plus realism movies that we've gotten over the last 15 years of like Alvin and the Chipmunks, where it's like, why does Mario look like he's a cartoon character in this real world? Like,
but
I always thought Mario
that,
as a human being. I thought the human beings in the Mario universe were the same height, and like Peach was just oddly taller.
You didn't think they all looked like Bob Hoskins?
I hoped. Man can dream that everyone looks like Bob Hoskins.
So yeah, like that looks weird. Like, with shit like the snow level and the forest level, it looks very too realistic. And hold on, this might sound bad, like we're shitting on it. I'm not, but there's been a lot of people like who have taken like the Unreal Engine and been like, "Hey, I made the first level of Mario in the Unreal Engine," and it has like
Mario 64.
Yeah. And it has like realistic grass textures, and it's all that.
It just kind of looks.
It just looks weird, you know.
Yeah.
This looks almost the same, but Angry Tomato was over here on Tuesday while we were watching the trailer for it, and I feel the same way he does. And I think it's a pretty safe way to feel, which is like not sure about it.
Yeah.
From the looks of that, however, with near certainty, I know that I'm going to buy it and enjoy it a shitload. It's like, yeah, I know this looks weird, but like, I trust that it's going to be fucking great, though, you know?
As time has gone on, all those concerns were things that I had in the past, but as the game gets closer and closer and I see more and more how, like, different each of the worlds look, totally works for me.
No, like, that would not be a deal breaker either way for me.
I'm not saying that your opinion is wrong or invalid or anything like that. Like, I understand what you're saying. I don't agree with it currently.
No, look, here's the thing. Like, it looks fucking weird, and you know it does. However, like, I believe fully that, like, it will not look weird or strange to me at all in 6 months once I've played through it.
Yeah.
I trust Nintendo, at least with their Mario titles especially, like,
I think that's a good way to put it. Once you're in that world,
fix that problem for me. You know what I mean?
For sure. If anybody can do it, Nintendo. The Mario team specifically. Okay, so in addition to that, there are going to be, so in addition to how big this game is, there are going to be a massive amount of surprises. I was consistently surprised every time a new trailer for this game comes out. I'm consistently surprised by things that I see. A lot of it has to do with the different possessions that Mario can do with his cap.
Yep.
They don't call them possessions; they call them something else, but they're possessions.
I mean, it makes. I'm sure they don't. You know?
There are things that stand out in the trailer. So, as an example, there's one part where you're in the desert world, and there is a painting of New Donk City that Mario jumps into.
Nice.
So. That's not the primary way that you get there, but I think that's a way that you have the ability to travel back to these places.
Kind of like in Super Adventure Island 2, where you had the world map where you had to paddle to each island, but in each one there was a hidden like room where you could just zip to the other worlds.
Yeah.
Just a shortcut without having to fuck around with doing the other stuff.
So the whole painting aspect of Mario from Mario 64, or even Mario Sunshine when it's like something that's painted on the wall, They have the possibility to make that work. I also, last week we talked about 10 kingdoms that we saw. One of those kingdoms was the Mushroom Kingdom. So I have this crazy theory that you're going to go back to the Mushroom Kingdom from Super Mario 64, but redone in beautiful graphics. And the paintings in the game that you can jump into will just be the paintings for each of the worlds that you've already played. So New Donk City in the desert world.
So
and the
instead of
snow
jumping
world
into Bob-omb Battlefield, it'll be New Donk City, or...
but you'll go into the same room.
Yeah.
It'll like be designed the same and everything.
Have been replaced.
More detailed, probably some more furniture around. But you'll like walk through that door, you'll go up, jump through that painting. I think all of that.
No, that'd be a killer callback.
Oh yeah. I have a feeling it's coming, baby.
I would like that and more. I mean, like just remake one world out of there, just for the fuck of it. Like I don't know. But I wouldn't be bummed if they didn't. This is one of those things where it was like, I'll say a spoiler for a particular movie, but like we talked about, it's like if they do that, that'd be really awesome. But if they don't,
Yeah, Yeah, it wouldn't be heartbreaking if they don't.
Yeah,
I just get
until I thought about the idea.
Once you
fine
connect,
with the rest of it anyway.
Once you connect with the idea that the Mushroom Kingdom is going to be in the game, and you see that the paintings are going to be in the game, I like can sense. I don't know. I'm crafting my own magical tale, of course, but like I could see it happening. Bot says my only real issue is that Hat in Time needs to be on Switch so we can fully compare the two Mario 64 games.
Oh, we also had another comment there.
I'm of the mindset that I don't care how it looks. I know the fun will be amazing.
Yeah, that's kind of the same point I was making. Where it's like, I know this looks weird, and instinctually I'm thinking like, this doesn't look like Mario. Yeah. But I trust it to be fucking great. You know?
Oddify says, since Mario 64, I haven't been this excited for Mario. Beb says, the 64 will be inside Odyssey. That would be very cool. Just speculation.
No. Not all of it. Maybe an area. But you won't like have a remake version of Mario 64.
Yeah, I don't like when you and I were talking about it earlier. I was like, I don't think it'll be one of those things where you can go down in the basement, and you go up to the top floor, and you can go outside and like jump into the Boo Mansion area. Like, I don't think it'll be anything like that. I think it'll probably just be like the first floor, the outside area. Plus, I think there's going to be some mushroom houses that you can trap.
Oh wow!
DKPU pedo. No, it doesn't have a child gangbang.
That does look bad. I was more talking about we thought Freddy Krueger might be in it because they own New Line Cinema and stuff. Not the child gangbang.
We'll talk about that later. By the way, we won't be doing an IT discussion yet. We're going to save it. So I defy if you really want to talk to DKP about it, just give him a call. Just give him a call. Talk about it. I defy DKP's been talking about it. We were going to do a spoiler cast tonight. We're going to have an official one at some point. We were going to do a spoiler cast tonight after Prep 8, but I want to go see the movie again, and I want to see it with you before we do it. So,
yeah, that's fair.
That's going to happen. Sorry, my fault. There are a lot of things that we don't know about, and we're starting to see bits and pieces of that. Even like there's a part where another possibility of the Mario 64 thing, when there's a Donkey Kong callback, there's a lot of Donkey Kong callbacks, but there's one where you're 8-bit Mario.
Fucking brilliant too.
Yeah, where you're 8-bit Mario and you're like running up the girders.
Most of you know Donkey Kong's my favorite Nintendo character, so
it's true.
This is good for me too.
Yeah, it's where the DK and the DKP came.
Well.
Not true at all, but
I'd like it to be. So, it is.
There were a lot of new things that we saw in terms of, like, possessions. We saw one where he becomes this, like, dinosaur thing that's got wings. And there's a part where you see him, like, flying through a level that we still don't know where it is or what it is yet.
Yep.
It looked like a tropical...
And there's still ones that are unreleased that I'm sure they haven't showed anything of.
There are tons of costumes in this game. You can wear... So if you guys have seen the box art from Mario Maker, you can wear the construction outfit from the Mario Maker box art. There's one part where he's running around in the fucking Dr. Mario costume, where he's head to toe Dr. Mario. There's one where he's dressed like a caveman. He's got a big bushy hair, and he's got these, like, leopard skin, like, cuffs on his legs. Yeah. Looks so great.
I haven't seen it yet, so please no spoilers. I don't know.
It is where the...
I was going to say, like, well, just sorry to tell you. Spoiler alert. Freddy Krueger isn't in it, and there's no child gangbang. I hope that doesn't ruin any expectations you had for it.
Whatever has the most votes.
Okay, so let's not talk about that right now. We're running super late.
Whoever has the most votes.
I think we're probably going to have to cut that last topic and save it for next week. Otherwise, this might be like a 2.5 hour long one.
I don't think it'll be that bad. I think we can get through it in 20 minutes.
But do we want to get through it in 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Or do we want to?
Because if we don't, it's going to sit there for dead air. The way that it's designed. Regardless. Super Mario Odyssey is going to be God tier. Get yourselves ready for it. Rev up them dicks. If you don't have a Switch, go buy a Switch. Pre-order it now by clicking here. Not really.
You can, but I'm not putting the annotation up.
I'm sorry, Wolfenstein the New Colossus and Assassin's Creed Origins. I'm not touching either of you until Mario Odyssey is 100%. October 27th, Stranger Things Season 2. Sorry, Stranger Things Season 2. I will get to you after I finish Super Mario Odyssey. Thought about dressing up as Mario and advertising on plumbing services.
All right, Canada. Well, we're not ending yet, I guess.
Nope, we're not.
But
I'm not letting.
Good night.
That's it. That's the top 5 major team directs.
As long as you're cool to go on.
Oh, I'm cool, baby.
Fine.
I'm good. I'm having a good time.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to be excited about. So, yeah. Dude, and it's so close, too.
So close.
You know, one thing I think they did do pretty good about the Switch, it's kind of like a... You remember how crazy it was that Capcom announced Resident Evil and we got it, like, in a matter of 4 months? This isn't exactly that, but, like, they announced and showed the new Mario, and it's like, yeah, within, like, 8 months, like, we have it?
Yep.
It's pretty fucking absurd. But in a great way. Yep. So, all right, moving on So overall, how would you rate the Direct? I'd if I said it was great. I didn't watch the whole thing.
I give it
didn't
a
see the
7.
highlights. At a 7 out of 10?
There's a bunch of
bad.
garbage in it.
Well, that's why I didn't stream it this time. Because
There's
there
a whole bunch of garbage
normally
in it.
is. But all right.
Like, there's a part that's like,
Good night,
you won't
VK.
believe which Fire Emblem character is going to be in Fire Emblem
It's
Warriors.
Marth, and it's like, oh,
No, it's not
no.
even Marth. They're like, it's Lyn from Fire Emblem from the Game Boy game. It's like, all right. I guess I won't believe it.
You know what? I didn't think I was. I thought I wasn't. I thought I was going to believe it, but now that you're saying,
And
I
did you watch the
don't.
Indies Direct? They had the
No,
game that was
I
like
didn't-
Morphe's
I
Law.
didn't watch
They
it
showed
yet.
another trailer for that. It's
They're ripping off our Reggie's Law. Fuck them. All right, so moving on. But 7 out of 10, not bad.
7 out of 10.
Because
It's good.
we've had a lot of stinkers in the last couple of years, so it's great to have one that's like. But we're at an exciting time. New console launch, and it's a good one. So great. I'm happy.
Finally, we're going to play a game called Video Games A to Z. Last week on
More time if we're
Nintendo,
gonna
or I'm
do
sorry,
this.
on IGN Game Scoop, which is a IGN podcast, they played this game, and I thought it would be fun to play. How it works is, we go through every letter in the alphabet, and we have to name 5 games that start with every single letter in the alphabet. Now, I gave us a freebie called Quadrilateral Cowboy, because figuring out games that start with a Q is kind of tough. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through every letter, and we're going to try to come up with 5 games. Obviously, you guys throw any ideas out there that you have as well. It shouldn't be too hard. It shouldn't take too long. I don't know what DKP's doing right now. Because you're all thinking right now. You got ideas running through your head. You're thinking A's, and you start typing A games out. Games that start with A. There are a couple of caveats. Caveat number 1. If it starts with the, A, or super, then those things don't actually start it. So if it's like The Legend of Zelda, that starts with an L. If it's Super Contra, that starts with a C. Does that make sense? In addition, this is a rule for DKP and I would say this is a rule for you guys as well, but no fucking cheat. So what that means is, since we're in Valhalla, which is DKP's gamer, there are video game posters on the walls here. Right now, I see a Donkey Kong Country poster. I don't know, Pokemon maybe, a Final Fantasy poster, a Contra poster, a Metroid poster, Secret of Evermore,
Yeah, we can't
and
look
Silent
at the
Hill.
600 NES
Yeah,
games
we can't
over
look at
there,
any of these
which are
games right here.
alphabetized and be like, ugh.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, we can't do any of that. So we're not going to be able to be allowed to use any of those titles.
Right.
So, without further ado, 5 games that start with A.
You know when you said no cheating, it's like, just remember, the $25 isn't on the line this time.
Yeah,
Get it? Give it the
I do.
grips.
I do. Yes. All right, you ready? A's.
Alpha Centauri. All right, I'll keep score doing this.
Okay, you keep the fingers up. Asteroids.
How the fuck can I think of one with A?
There's a lot. I got another one in my head right now. Ready?
Attack on Titan.
There you go.
I don't know why. I don't know why that popped in my head. I never watched the anime for that, but
ActRaiser.
ah,
Wait, am I supposed to keep yours?
Alpha Protocol. No, just overall. Here's what we're
Well,
at.
did you-
We gotta do 5, right?
And you've already listed how many?
Wait, we're supposed to do 5 each?
No, 5 total.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. We're up to 3.
So what are the 3 we have?
Alpha Centauri,
Okay.
ActRaiser, Attack on Titan,
Asteroids.
Asteroids, and I said
Somebody threw one out.
Alpha Protocol.
Alpha Protocol. We also had Assassin's Creed. I saw pop up there.
Dude, that's such
Armitage.
a fucking... See, this is the fucked up thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was actually thinking about this the other day. Like somebody somewhere, I heard a discussion. Like, those people on like Family Feud are so fucking like retarded. Like, if I was up there, I would totally know. Like, who wants to play a millionaire? Like, I'd be a millionaire. And it's like, dude, when you're put on the spot to do it quick, like, obvious shit goes straight the fuck over your head. You know, like your internal cataloging system totally fucks up.
All right.
All right, so that's A.
Hit them bees. You want to throw Pebbles in there? Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, Baldur's Gate. Let's do it.
Banjo-Kazooie.
All right, Bayonetta.
We should be at 3. All right.
I know.
Bad Dudes.
Battletoads.
Cool. These were easy.
Yeah.
Let's do some C's. E-Hard Baldur's.
Custer's Revenge.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm glad I squeezed
Are
that
you
in there
looking?
before
I
it was
feel like
too
you're
late.
looking at that
I
shelf.
swear to
Stop
God,
looking
I
at
swear,
that.
I
Don't
swear,
look at that shelf.
I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not. Custer's Revenge isn't on that shelf.
I know, but I keep seeing you like.
I'm looking at you. I'm
are
not.
now.
I'm not peeking. Tommy, I swear to God, I'm
Left-hand
not peeking.
handshake, I don't like it. All right.
I have a job to do.
Chuck Rock. For Super Nintendo, it's like a caveman game.
All right, Civilization.
Okay.
3.
Yep.
Contra.
No, we can't do Contra.
That's
it's up
Super
there.
C. Okay,
Still,
well, fine.
we can't do it.
Fine. It's so stupid. Like mind blanks and you can't.
There's a bajillion games.
I know there are.
I can't think of one either.
Cars.
Oh, Chrono Trigger.
All right, and Cars.
Why are you doing license games? That doesn't seem fair.
What?
Caterpillar.
What the fuck, man? You
Captain
didn't
Bucky
put that
O'Hare,
on
Commander
there.
Conquer. I know I didn't, but man, just start listing off movies.
Okay, that's a good point. All right, let me replace mine. Give me 2 seconds.
We got a bunch right here.
I know.
Castlevania.
I know. That's why, like, I'm saying, like, you would think that's an obvious one, right? Like, I have a Castlevania tattoo. Like, it's like one of my favorite game series.
Crash Bandicoot. That's a great one.
All right, fine. All right, D.
Give me the D. Darksiders. I think somebody said Darksiders earlier, so I'll give them credit for that. I don't know who.
Dark Souls.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Dirt. That's a racing game. Daggerfall. That's a good one.
Yeah. Well, would that be the Elder Scrolls?
I think it's the Elder Scrolls. Daggerfall.
The
At least
Dig.
we got a good one.
All right.
I don't know what the Dig Dug. Yeah.
Dig Dug and Dynasty Warriors. Fuck it, there's
There you go. I
5.
thought you were going to say Dino Crisis. Would have worked out either.
No, once again, it's blowing my
brain just
mind
doesn't
how
work.
hard it is to recall shit that any other time would be easy to recall. We're trying to do lightning rounds. So,
Ease.
You know.
Hit me with them E's. I got one that, right off the top of my head. Earthworm Jim.
Okay.
I'll do these.
Dude, I'm blanking on everything I can try to think of right now.
He's going to be hard.
It's not. It shouldn't be.
Echo the Dolphin.
Enter the Dragon. But that's a fucking movie tie-in, too.
Yeah, I'm not going to let you have movie tie-ins anymore.
I'm panicking so hard trying to think of something.
Don't panic.
That I can't
You're gonna
think
have
of
a
anything.
heart attack.
Well, no, if we do, all right, yeah, Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls.
Dude, I can't think of literally anything right now. Because I'm just going, hamana, hamana, hamana.
La 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 la. Oh wait, nope, never mind. Elevator, elephant,
Eve Online.
Eve Online.
There we go.
That's a good one. Number 4.
Final Fight.
No, we're in E still.
Oh.
We need one more E.
So I thought we were good.
Evil Within.
See, these are all, like, a lot of these are shit I even talked to you about today.
Yeah. Yep.
How fucked up is that?
Elevator. That's
right.
what I was thinking of. Elevator action, but I thought it was something else. Elevator.
Final Fight.
Final Fight.
Final Fantasy.
Can't do that when you got a poster up there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Faxanadu.
A good one.
Yeah, that's a deep cut.
Old NES deep cut, yep.
I was about to say Fester's Quest, but that's
the Addams
that's a
Family.
license
Yep.
game, yeah. Fear? Fallout? We got Fear and Fallout.
Five Nights at Freddy's,
Yay! You got any more Fs? We hit our 5.
We can move on.
All right. What's after F? G.
Yep.
God of War.
Ghost and Goblins.
Ghosts and Goblins.
Gary's Mod. That's a fucking...
I'll give it to you.
What are you talking about? That's a
lot.
game people sell.
Yeah,
It was just called Gary. Man, fuck.
Bot says best Nintendo Ghost Recon. Best Nintendo game ever. Fact still have all my 3.5 note cards with the save codes with my cartridge. There you go. Yeah.
Ghostbusters. I'm so quick on the draw with those for some dumbass
Goonies
reason.
2.
Should have been Back to the Future for B, you know? It's all LJN games.
Ghosts and Goblins. We already got that one. I don't want to say Gears of War because it feels cheap, but I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna say
It's not cheap. That's a.
But we just say
that's a
God
franchise.
of War. There's that whole God of War, Gears of War thing. Whatever.
So what? That's just saying that that's just saying they have uncreative names.
Yes, that's true.
So there you go.
Gauntlet's a good one.
That has nothing to do with us. That's to do with them.
H.
Harrier.
Wow, that's good.
See, it's weird. Like obscure ones come first, and then the obvious ones don't come at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was about to say Spy Hunter, but that starts with an S.
No, it's not. A Hat in Time.
A Hat in Time.
Oh.
Yep. That's
Haven't
a new
even
game.
played that game.
Coming
I
October
just
5th.
know about it.
Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Haunted Mansion?
That's a
Disney's
fucking Disney ride that they made a movie out of. That they made a game based on the movie.
Just say a simple no would suffice.
Heavy Metal, that's a movie. Hoshigami, Running Blue Earth.
But, okay.
You're pulling some German shit out. I know it sounds Japanese. But I'm saying you're pulling some games out in Germany that no one's ever heard of.
There was a Super Nintendo game that I downloaded a ROM of a long time ago called Hentai Something when I was like 8 years old.
Okay, H game.
I don't know if that was ever officially released though. I just saw it on the list.
We got 2.
So
Hitman's a good one.
What are we at?
3.
Dude, there's been more than that. We got to be at 4.
I'm not counting Hoshigami or Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, there we go. You're not counting Hoshigami? Why not?
No, because I've never fucking heard of it.
Just so what? How many people do you think haven't heard of Fact
If I've never heard of it, don't care. If I've never heard of it, I'm not counting.
Okay.
Hopscotch? That's a real game that you play with your feet.
I'm sure that probably was a game.
It's from Atlas. Atlas isn't a real game developer. I'm just kidding.
But bitch, you better be. You enjoyed Dark Souls, didn't
All right,
you?
you got to come up with something.
Okay.
I know you had Harrier, but one more.
Harry and the Hinders. No, I'm kidding.
I almost selected that for
man.
my Netflix movie club. Don't make me walk my ass to text.
Yeah,
Half-Life. Good one. All right. Eyes.
Indigo Prophecy.
There was a game on the GameCube. We don't have to count it. Called I Ninja. Are you familiar with this game?
I am, yeah.
All right, then we're counting. If you're familiar with it.
Never played it, but I know the title. Inside.
Inside's good. That's good. You're pulling out a recent
I'm nailing
one.
it with the eyes, baby. Indiana Jones license title, man. We can't do it.
Not doing license titles.
This is harder than it should be. I mean, all of them I felt have been.
Into the
dragon. No, I'm not doing that. You fucking
Icelandale?
Ice Climbers.
Ice Climbers. I don't know what Icelandale is, but I'm
gonna.
You know what Icelandale is?
No, but I'll trust him that it's there.
I mean, I trust the FOTS. Icarga, Eco. Yeah, we're good. We got 5. We hit our 5.
All right, sounds good.
We hit our.
J. Just Cause.
Jet Force Gemini.
Disregard that jammer, Lammy.
Journey. That's a great one.
Yeah. Ja Rules 1-2 spelling adventure.
Jazz and something. Jack and Daxter. Jazzy Jackrabbit. Wasn't that a game?
I don't know. That does not ring a bell.
The dorky guy jump thing.
Just Cause. I said that one.
Jade Empire.
All right. Fuck, did it. See, when we initially did this, very briefly, I thought this would be a fucking breeze, and we'd be ignoring most of their comments. Like,
no, they're necessary.
Yeah,
Jazz Jackrabbit.
Fucking.
We'd never get it without.
Not ignoring, but like not being able to get to them because. Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely.
It's necessary. Right, now, granted, they could all be cheating, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that none of them are. I don't think so.
Because I think if you Google games that start with K or J, like Jade Empire won't be the first one that shows up.
Yeah, but you for real can do it. You can Google alphabetically video game. Anyway, K.
All right, Kabuki Warriors, Killzone.
Yeah. King's Quest 1 through 9. Yep. Okay, we got to come up with one each.
Yeah, okay, we have to do one each.
Knack.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Knack, baby. You got to come up with one.
See, when you put it on the spot, it's way harder. Let's see. Killer Instinct.
Yay!
All right. You know what I did? I was just trying to visualize box art with the letter K.
That's good.
And that was the first one that popped
L.
up.
Give me some L's. Legend of Zelda.
Legend of Dragoon. Give me a lot of legends here. I don't know.
Legend starring Tom Cruise.
I Am
Kelly
Legend.
Slater, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of close.
Lemmings.
Yeah, Lemmings is a good one.
None of you have heard of it. You were probably smoking crack.
Jazz Jack. I mean,
no, that was one that Cliff Blazinski did. Left 4 Dead. Yeah, that's a good one. Lost in a Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time is what that was called.
Yeah, plenty of L's to choose in that.
Did you
one.
get an L? You said an L, right?
Yeah, I said.
Did you say one?
Yeah, I did. Forget what it is already. I swear to Christ that I did.
Oh, you said Legend of Dragoon.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Legend of Mana. Yep. M.
Mario Bros.
Mega Man.
Ooh.
We're on M. Mega Man and Mario Brothers are the two we have so far. Last of Us. Last of Us is a great one. Mad Max.
Might and Magic.
Mad Max doesn't count. Mafia counts. Mad Max is a license.
Might and Magic.
I mean, that's a license too.
Is it?
I mean, it was something before it was a video game. Right? Wasn't it? Isn't it like books or some shit?
I don't know.
I don't
Maybe.
fucking know. Madden?
All
Max
right,
Payne?
we got 5.
Middle Earth?
We got more than 5.
Yeah, we're good on that. In? Nah.
Neverwinter Nights.
Ooh, that's good. In Plus? You know the game where you're the ninja? In Plus. Mind Magic was a game.
Nier,
First,
it's a good
based
one.
on the Xanth novels. Nier. Yeah, Nier's good.
How did I not say Metal Gear?
Dude, right? Oh, well. Nat?
Nah, sorry, baby. We blew that load already.
Nah. And there.
9 Days to Die.
Napoleon
Steam,
Total War. Knights?
That's a Steam game. Was Nights into Dreams spelled with an N or a K? That was N, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
I feel pretty certain it was N. Let me
I feel like
check.
it was too.
Because that was like the play on the name. It
Yeah.
was Nights to...
Yep,
Nights. There you go.
I mean, we're good, right? We got 5?
Yep.
O. O games.
What the fuck is O games? Show my O games.
There was a game called Ollie Ollie.
I mean, that works.
Duke Nukem. No.
Omicron.
Omicron, Overwatch, Ori and the Blind Forest.
All right, that's 4. Need one more.
Only 7 Days to Die.
Oh, I guess it wasn't 9 Days to Die. 7 Days to Die. Yeah, whatever. I don't think we
Oni?
count. I
Oni's
don't
a
think
good
we
one?
counted that one anyways.
Oni Musha?
Oni. All right, we got 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
P. Pac-Man. Pussy Mag. I play that game every day. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Abe's Odyssey? P's. We're in the P's. Parappa the Rapper?
Phantasmagoria, good one.
Pussy Slap.
I say I play that.
Heaven's
I play that
Passionate
game.
Adventure.
Pokemon.
Pokemon! Fantasy Star? Yeah, you just come up with one. You haven't come up with
I gotta come up with just one. Okay. Poker Night at the Museum. It's a Steam game.
Is it called Poker Night at the Museum?
It is.
Okay.
I bought that before I went to Vegas to try to learn poker.
Q. Now, we got a freebie with Q called
All right,
Quadrilateral Cowboy.
Hubert.
Quest 64.
Quap.
You're making shit up at this.
No, you don't remember Quap?
It sounds racial.
What?
It sounds like a racial slur.
Quap? That's because it
Quake?
because it has WAP in it. QWOP, I think. Yeah, Quap was the game where it's the fucking dude. You know, you control his legs like one thing at a
I've
time.
never seen that. That looks hilarious.
Yeah, Quap is definitely on there.
Quicks was a stand-up game in the 80s.
All right, I think we got 5.
Ask the DM.
So we got this one. We got Quap. We got
Quest.
Quicks.
Quake.
Quest.
Quake.
I'm like,
Quest.
nah, I'm
Quake.
I fucked
Sorry,
up.
things I can remember. Quizzical. That's a game?
Oh, it was a person.
Yeah, I know the person, the Twitch person.
Yeah, I said Qbert. Because, yeah, Qbert was the one that I said.
Yeah.
That's 5.
Yeah, we hit 5. We nailed it.
Yeah,
And
there
then
we go.
Quadrilateral Cowboy right here.
Yeah.
Quest 64, baby. Everybody hates that game. I
R.
love
All
it.
right, Resident Evil.
Yeah, ours. Resident Evil.
Ridge Racer.
Rescue from the NES. You remember that game? Rescue?
Yes, I do.
Rust.
Rust
Yeah.
and
Rawr.
Right Guard video.
Red Dead Redemption. Recore. Rabbit.
What is it with the
Clank?
letter R where you can just really recall them?
S is easy too. We'll see. Remember, it can't start with super.
Yeah. Not a...
Smash TV.
Suikoden.
Ooh, that's a deep cut. Street Fighter. SSX Tricky. That's 4.
And... Silent Hill.
And
Come
nope,
on.
Silent Hill. You can't do Silent Hill. There's not a poster for it, but there's a sign. Skate 4.
Okay.
Skate 4 is not a real game.
I gave one.
You can't have Skate 4. Spyro. Yep, that's good.
Not
All
with
right.
that fucking head.
T. I'll say Tango and Cash. I don't know if that's a video game. I just wanted to say Tango and Cash. Turok.
Okay.
Sunset Overdrive, yeah.
All the ones that keep popping in my head start with D.
Got Turok, Tomb Raider, Tactics Ogre. That's 3. You got to come up with one, DKP. Everybody's whooping up on you right now.
Trials.
Trials. That's good.
There's one.
Today, Junior.
Yeah. All right. So that's 5 on T.
I don't think so. All 40 Tales games. Yeah.
Tales of Symphonia. Yeah.
Yeah. Tales of
All right,
Hysteria.
that's 5.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Uniracers. That's a good one. I love that game.
Uncharted.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
easy one.
Undertale.
Yep. All right, that's 3.
Tekken's a
you.
good one. Ultima.
Yep.
Uncharted. Yep. Undertale. Man.
Damn.
We're on the same page. I love it.
Yeah.
Of course, all you guys know we're aware of the Unbound Saga.
There
Yep.
we go.
We all got
Here
one,
is
so we're
T,
good. Until
U.
Dawn, that's a great one.
All right, V.
V. Vector Man.
Dude, I was saving that one, you piece of shit. No kidding. I was on the letter B, and I kept thinking Vector Man for some dumbass reason.
Vector Man. The Valkyrie Profile. Valkyria Chronicles.
Let's just say, like, that was at least mine.
I'm not
Beautiful
saying.
Joe. Okay,
They
Vegas
good story. Beautiful Joe's a great
All right, that's
good
5 for V.
You got to come up with one.
I fucking was saying,
No, I
dude.
stole them all from you. You got to come up with one.
All right.
Vaginal Hubris.
What?
It's from the League. Virtua Fighter, Vanquish. Both of those are great. Vanquish is such. There are rumors it's coming to PS4 and Xbox One. I played that on the Switch if it came to Switch.
Vengeance. No, I was thinking Vanquish.
Vengeance.
It was a subtitle, like
I
something
don't know why,
Vengeance or
but
something.
I'm thinking like barbecue.
Barbecue?
It's like barbecue.
Motherfucker.
We're already moving on to W's. Quick, we got to get there. He says Warcraft, Warframe, Wing Commander, WarioWare.
World of Warcraft.
No, he already said Warcraft.
Those are 2 separate games.
I totally get it, but you
One
can't
starts
do
with
games like
World.
that. You can't do games in franchises like that. That's why I said like you can't do Mega Man, you can't do Mega Man X, you can't do Mega Man Battle Network.
All right, well, fucking Wave Hunter.
Wave Racer? Wave Race.
Wave Racer's there. Wave Race is there.
Oh, I didn't see Wave Race.
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dog. Yeah.
Where the White Women at? I don't think that's an actual
Greatest
game.
vaporware game ever. Nobody knows still. You know?
Wendigo Prophecy.
The Witcher. Yeah.
Yeah, The Witcher's a good one. Samurai.
Wild Wild West. Shit.
Starring Kevin Kline and Martin.
Oh, shit. I think we got 5 on that.
Yeah, we're good. I don't think you and I came up with it either.
WX. All right, this is going to be the hard one.
X. Xevious or Xevious. Xevious. Xevious.
Xavius.
Xavious?
It's an NES game, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yep. It's like a space shooter. Excuse me while I
X-Men.
whip this thing out. X-Men Legend, Xenoblade Chronicles, Xenogears, Xenosaga. Mirage, you better not be cheating right now. You better be just pulling these out. Mirage, save some for the rest of us.
Xylophone the game.
XCOM.
That's actually just
Damn
popped
it.
up there. Yep.
Damn it.
Due to the delay, like, they might not believe it. Like, you were looking at me when the first mention of XCOM popped
Okay,
up.
cool.
Is that 5?
Come on, guys. Save some who haven't said much.
Is that 5, you think?
Yeah, we got it. I mean, I don't know if you got one.
All right, so let's move on to Y.
I don't know. You tell me. Yonoid. Oh, it's a fucking license game.
I mean, is it, though?
It is. It's about the Noid.
Oh, yeah, the noise. Great.
That's a good one. Yonder. That's a game I bought that I was going to stream the other day that I haven't streamed yet. Yonder.
That's 2.
Ukulele. That's a good one.
I just want to get my 1 that way I can at least say, all right.
I got one. Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yamcha. You don't know Jack? Yes. Yeah.
Stop making those
weird
noises.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, dude, come on.
Yar's Revenge, that's a good one. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, Yar's Revenge.
Okay,
Hey, that just popped up. I don't know if you guys know that.
You Are Autistic, the game.
With Yu-Gi-Oh! All right, and Z.
Zoink. Wait, what's that game that you streamed? Zork.
You don't get to take Zork from me.
I just took Zork from you,
You
baby.
fucking hunk of garbage.
Just took Zork from you.
All right, Zone of the
Zone of the
Enders.
Enders is a good one.
All right, so we got... Well, yeah, Peppa also tried.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Zanzibar.
Yeah, Zanzibar Land.
I don't know if that's a real... Zombies Revenge. Zombie U?
Yeah. A lot of zombie thing, man.
I don't know if I should get Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Zombie U. That seems cheap to me. I'm not taking
Well, I
credit
mean,
for both.
it's Z, though, so, like, what do you do, you know?
That's a spinoff of House of the Dead.
There's a game called Zen something.
Zen Pinball.
Zen Universe.
Pinball.
I think it's Zen. Nah, that's not what I was thinking.
That is a thing. That's a
Zoo
spinoff of
Tycoon.
House of the
God
Dead.
damn
Zoo Tycoon, that's a good one.
All right, well, fucking Zen Pinball. There you go. Man, that's fucking... We did it.
Now let's look through.
That
Let's
was
see what we
way
could've done.
fucking harder than I thought it would
Double
be.
Dragon.
Dude, there's a ton, man.
Uh,
Zuma, yeah.
Zuma's great.
Yeah, I suppose.
We never got Galaga. Just looking at NES. Gyromite. Jackal.
Dude,
Joust.
we'll be here all fucking night if we start going about what we didn't.
If I would have pulled Karnov in the case, I feel like
That'd have been good.
I would have won the game. That was fun. Guys, thank you for joining us for this 2-hour-long episode of Preparation Aid.
Have we ever had one that was 2 hours?
Yeah, back in the day, we'd hit like
Back
2.5.
before we decided to do it to 1?
Yeah.
You think we should split this on...
No. I feel bad for you having to edit it, but no.
No, I was going to say, do you think we should split it on YouTube as like part 1 and part 2?
No.
No? Okay.
No. One big take.
Carnival.
Thank you guys for hanging out. We're going to end it as soon as possible. Thank you for anybody who watched for this long, dealt with our shit. We're going to go watch Ozark. If you haven't watched Ozark, watch Ozark. It's great. Here's all the links that you can follow and click and watch, and you can buy clothes, and you can get you a tie that says DKP. It was long since I never get to be there. Yay! Welcome, Fots.
Yeah, man, check out all our links.
Bang, Balder, everybody.
Once again, if you need to know our schedule, go to chainsafe.com. It's all there. You know, I'll be on tomorrow night with I do not know what yet. Tommy will both be on Saturday for the Chainsaw Movie Club, if you want to give a quick plug to that.
Don't know what we're watching yet. It's either Iron Giant or the one that I nominated.
Pete's Dragon?
Pete's Dragon.
Yeah, okay. I doubt any of you have heard of House of the Dead or Carnival. Both arcade games, light gun shooters.
I doubt any one of you have heard of House of the Dead or Carnival.
Sir,
Who the fuck do you think we
I've
are?
been to a movie theater in the fucking late 90s, early 2000s. I've seen both of those.
I know that Uwe Boll directed the movie. You like that, Fots? Uwe Boll? Got it, Fots. Nailed it.
I'm glad
Put that in
was
your German
important.
pipe and smoke it, my friend. Voted for Pete's Dragon.
But yeah, fellas, this is a pisser, man. I had a great fucking time tonight.
Yeah.
If I was happy about anyone going 2 hours, any particular prep ape, glad it was this one.
Me too.
So, that'll be it for us tonight, boys. And I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you Saturday. You got Sunday. And check out all our shit. It's over
Monday,
here.
Tuesday. Yeah. I only said that to chat, not you.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Sir, you forget yourself. We, of course, have played House
You
of the
think
Dead.
that the Chainsaw community doesn't know who Uwe Bolle is?
They don't. All right, let's wrap
Bye,
it.
everybody. I'm Major Tom.
DKP, and we'll see you next time, fellas. And I
totally
I
missed it.
missed it. Yeah.
You got to keep this in, though.